all the things we said about Liv? Nah, nothing. We take it all back.
We're not even live.
Why?
I thought it was recorded already, like the stream. Now you are.
I'm gonna kick your guys' asses. I honestly.
Okay, we're finally live.
We're live.
Thank
Good
God.
morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Woodward Show here on the Woodward Sports Network.
Thank God.
Since we're live now, officially, because of somebody. You fucking baldy.
How's your Wednesday morning going?
It's always the kids with no hair, skinny as hell,
Specifically,
don't eat enough.
It's
that look like the kid from the Toy Story movies.
Yes.
Also-
Is it the Toy Story movie, Sid?
yeah, that is Sid.
Yeah.
You're Sid now.
Hold on.
No. You did this to yourself.
I went through 21 years getting called Sid from Toy Story. It's not following here. It's not happening.
Well, yeah.
Well, then don't fucking,
What?
not go live. That's
It's
a
like
start.
my first week in the booth. It's not JB's fault, but I thought we were going
It's
all right.
JB's fault. I'm gonna blame him.
You know what? It happened.
JB.
Welcome back, Gabby.
Thank you.
JB's
back.
got broad
Happy
shoulders,
to be
man.
back.
We missed you yesterday. Like I told you, you missed an epic show. We talked about everything: childhood memories, JB stealing stuff from Walmart.
Allegedly. I got you, JB.
Allegedly.
It's a
yeah,
great-
you gotta throw that in there.
it's a
Don't
great
throw 'em
day.
under the bus.
We missed you. We got a great show today. A lot of Lions stuff. Gabby gonna recap a lot of it with us coming up next. We'll get to Jeff and how excited he is for the Pistons' future. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, but we got to open up with. How do I say this? For example, if I was offered $500K to go talk sports in California, respectfully, I'm gonna give you and Gabby the middle finger. And I'm going to California.
I would hope so.
And I would hope you do the same thing.
Absolutely.
Right? So, beyond that, and it's typically all these the morality police that, they've never been offered anything in their fucking lives. They're probably still sitting in their parents' basements talking shit. But anyways, beyond the point, the PGA merged with Live Golf. Interesting. I don't care. I want to see the stars play. So I actually like it. Now, if you don't like where the money comes from, I got bad news for you. None of the money is ever clean. It's never, ever clean. Mm-hmm. You want to look at your iPhone, your Nikes, your Adidas. You want to look at anything. It's not clean. Just shut the hell up and move on. Okay? So if you want to be the moral police today and say, oh, I'll never watch the PGA Tour again, that's your right. Be my guest. Be my guest. Tickets will be cheaper for me. Great. I have no problem with this at all. And to the corrupt commissioner of the PGA to come out and say all the things he said about Live Golf and how it's bad for the sport, sits up there on CNBC or wherever the hell it was and says, this is a decision to uplift the game of golf.
Of course it is.
Unify.
Unify the game of golf. Oh, suck my asshole. Are you kidding me?
See, Rod Beard, when he was on the show last week, he mentioned, Jeff, you would do essentially anything for $13 million. I'll tell you what. If I get offered millions and millions, possibly $100 million.
Tiger Woods got offered almost $1 billion. Rory McIlroy, what, $500 million, I
don't
believe?
give a damn who it is.
They said no, though.
They said no. And then, fought against the Live Tour and, partnered with everyone and banned the entire
praised
PGA
in the media.
together.
American heroes.
It's all
What a
PR.
slap
They
in the face
represent-
from the PGA.
Huge slap in the face.
I hope they're giving them a big check.
They're going to have to figure all that out. Because now it's a for-profit company. So there's no longer... I don't know how they're going to figure this out, but getting your tour card is a very complicated process.
Yeah.
I don't even want to get into it.
Mm-hmm.
Usually you only know the stars. That's the thing with golf. You never hear about the guys that are making $70,000, $80,000 a year trying to make the tour.
Right.
And then how expensive it is to even go to a tour event. And if they don't make the cut, they're fucked. I mean, it's a whole thing. But anyways, they have to figure all that out. I just thought it was funny. Everybody crying about the oil Saudi money. You would take it. You know you would.
You know what, too? Here's a quote
Here's
a quote from Trump a year ago calling all this. He said, quote, all those golfers that remain loyal to the very disloyal PGA in all of its different forms will pay a big price when the inevitable merger with Liv comes. You get nothing but a big thank you from PGA officials who are making millions of dollars a year. He said, if you don't take the money now, you will get nothing after the merger takes place. That was a year ago.
And that's exactly what's going to happen. Thank you so much for
What happened to
us.
suspending everybody?
He called
though?
the shot.
Right? You're not allowed to play in our events.
It lasted, what, 2 years?
Maybe you can play in the majors, and then we see Koepka win it. It's, okay. I want to watch Stars Golf.
I want to know
Johnson.
how far along
right.
this all was before Koepka won.
I think it was pretty far along.
It had to have been, but I imagine that they looked at this and they're like, okay, we're doing the right thing.
I think both sides really wanted this to happen, though. I mean, first of all, the PIF, whatever the hell they're going to call it, their investment firm, that was in a lawsuit. So all the litigation is dropped as of yesterday morning. That's, I think, the most important thing. Because now they don't have to go to court and justify the money. And this is a big problem in Europe. You see the Saudis buying all these soccer teams. And then they invest 300, 400, 500 million over a 6, 7, 8 year span. And nobody says anything. But then the policies and, the investigators will do their jobs. And they'll realize, oh, wait. So you're telling me your company is getting $200 million worth of ad revenue from your sister company that makes that money from your sister's sister company? Like, this is not adding up. How are you making this much money? Is it even real money? Like, it's a whole different problem.
Right.
They're dealing with it in Europe. I'm glad Liv and PGA don't have to deal with it, but I just feel bad for the golfers.
And WoodwardSports.com, Todd says winner was Phil Mickelson. He got $200 million.
I think the winner was everybody that signed a contract to go.
Everyone.
There were even old golfers on the tour that went. I forget his name. He's British, I think.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of him. He's so funny.
Gosh. So did you watch Full Swing?
Yes.
Yeah. And seeing like all the drama play out with Full Swing. If you haven't watched it, you should watch it, because now knowing what's going to happen and watching that, I almost want to go back and rewatch it, because
it's hilarious.
It is being filmed as this whole live golf is starting to rumor about, and everyone's reactions and like the split that you see within the golf community is all documented, like behind the scenes. And they're renewed for season 2. I don't know when it's coming out, and I don't know if it's going to follow this point, but dear God, I hope Netflix's cameras are on right now.
There was a young golfer who had never won anything big in his career. He wins a major. I think it was the U.S. Open. I think Fitzpatrick. And then like days later, after winning the Open, signed with Liv. Huge check.
Huge.
Good for him. And you're just looking, if you're a golfer, you're like, dude, this guy's making $100 million. I'm lucky if I earn 20% of that in my career.
Yeah.
And he's getting $100 million. Give me some of that. I'm not gonna dog anybody that went to live. You want to talk about, you're disappointed or you're not happy or comfortable with where the money is. Guys, I mean, let's be real. Our economy was the strongest it's ever been when we were at war. All right? Let's all look ourselves in the mirror. Let's not be a bunch of fucking idiots this morning. Anyways, moving on.
Ian Poulter.
Huh?
Ian
Poulter. Thank you.
It's going to drive me crazy.
Thank you.
Look at this comment. Derek G says the producer from Full Swing tweeted yesterday that the cameras were rolling when the news broke of the merger.
That'll be good. You see Colin Morikawa found out on Twitter?
That's
awful.
terrible. That is terrible, man.
Like, that's like this company being sold and us finding out via group text.
Well, I mean,
Could
that's
you
what's going to
imagine?
happen, though.
No.
But you guys aren't going to know.
I'm out, bitches!
You would think, especially in that public of a situation, that they would at least hold a press conference or a meeting or send
They
a
could have
memo
at
before they
least-
put it on Twitter.
They could have had an emergency meeting with all the, elite level golfers, been like, hey, guys, this is our situation. We're going to say yes to this. We want you to be prepared. But they wouldn't have done that, because you know what would have happened in that meeting? Everybody would have gave them a big fuck you. I turned down $100 million for America, for being moral, for defending the PGA. And no, you sell it like it's nothing. Go fuck yourself. Oh my God. I'd be irate if I was a good golfer.
Oh, fully. I'm excited to see Full Swing, and I'm excited to see how they're going to settle this with all of the golfers that turn the money down.
Yeah.
There has to be some way that they settle.
There has to be compensation for it, I'd imagine. I mean, if you're Tiger Woods, you're barely playing on the tour anyways. You got offered $800 million to just go to a country with no tax.
That shouldn't even be like a...
Dude, it's happening with soccer players.
It's $800 million.
Jeff, think about this.
To
With
go play
soccer
golf.
players, it's happening right now.
Right.
like really good players that probably have a year or two left in their prime, they're leaving. They're like, oh, I'll take the half a bill. I'll take half a bill to go play in Saudi Arabia. I'll go play against farmers. I don't care. I mean, they're not farmers there. They're oil farmers, whatever you want to call them. But, you know, it's just interesting. Can we stop? Lucas, with all love and respect I have for you, the Live Tour offers you $1 million a year to go run their social media. Please tell me you'd give in your 2 weeks.
Dude,
Please.
I don't care about golf in general. So the fact that these guys are making bags over there and people are giving them shit and it's not even like quote unquote their fault blows my mind.
I just want to know though, would you skedaddle $1 million a year?
$1 million in a heartbeat?
$150K.
In a heartbeat.
Thank you. JB, please tell me you will leave if they come for you and say we'll give you $300K.
$300K, I'm out.
$100K.
I'm out. Like
Thank you. Thank you.
Regardless.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then there's
As you should. I'll
$800
sign
million.
the letter of recommendation for you. Oh my God.
Your letter of recommendation. I think at that
point it's kind of pointless.
Letters
But
of rec.
I mean, you know what? To be fair, there was Thomas. Thomas put me as his reference, and I have to say it after the show. I'm not gonna say it on the air. What is the
Don't out him
funniest thing that ever happened to me? This lady calls me and she's like in La La Land. And I'm just like, yeah, you know, Thomas is one of my favorite people that I ever worked with. You know, 10 out of 10. Always on time. Never worked here, by the way. I was like, yeah, in the studio 3 times a week. Did a hell of a job. Assistant producer on the morning show. She's like, oh my God, yeah. And like, none of it's true. Kid got the job, and I'm so happy for her.
Hopefully she doesn't see this.
We'll take the video down. Don't worry. Anyways, that's what you
Wait,
get.
who?
Fake it
Thomas?
till you make it. Yeah.
Who's
Thomas
that?
Chavez, our writer. Don't
Wow.
worry about it. Don't worry about it.
No, they definitely know. I'm gonna tell you after. I'm gonna tell you
That's
after.
a
I
big
take
W.
care of my
It's
people.
completely out it.
JB, I will say that you are a software engineer here if I have to. I'm great at
You
this.
write code. Honestly, you should run Apple.
Look,
I
JB
appreciate
honestly
that.
is a perfect fit for your senior software engineer position. Always on time, always delivered his deadlines. He met all of our quotas. Elite level developer.
You were just kidding about the
Why
the
are we
Meyer thing,
running
the Walmart
everyone
thing.
away?
I don't know.
We're just joking about that. He didn't steal anything at all.
Who?
JB's never done it. He's clean as a whistle. He's a hard worker.
I mean, look at him.
He what?
You can see the guilt on his face. He knows he did it.
You can't see anything because my camera's not working.
You
so.
can't see it. Yeah.
Whatever. We'll take a
It's
break.
all alleged.
Allegedly.
We'll take a break. When we get back, we'll go to Allen Park with Gabby and catch up with what happened yesterday. But before we go, I got to tell you about my good friends over at Planet Fitness. Oh, excuse me, not Planet Fitness. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 10-8, 7 days a week, walk in anytime. No appointment necessary. I'm due for a haircut. Damn it, I probably need to get one.
You were saying that last week.
Well, I got one the week prior. My hair grows way too fucking fast.
But Lady Jane
They make so much money off of... Anyways, walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
The Sports Marketing Agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zaniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Jumper. Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
We're back here on the Morning Woodward Show live, woodwardsports.com. Adham, Beydoun, Jeff, Iafrate, Gabrielle D. Phillips. What about the ladies PGA Tour? What's going to happen with them?
They weren't invited.
They're not invited to the party?
They weren't invited to live to begin with.
Did you see Rose Zhang? I think her last name is.
Yes.
First PGA start, wins it. And she's like a, prodigy.
Oh, she is insane. Insane.
Who was the one I grew up with? Michelle Wee? So she's like the biggest thing coming out since Michelle Wee. They can't get any money. Equality.
Well,
But while we're at it, let me take you down to Allen Park here and show you a little peek into what happened yesterday for the first day of mandatory minicamp.
Well, there's Lucas. Off to a great
once
start
again
this morning.
is just-
I don't even know why you even thought
Why?
for a second that
Why?
would be ready.
I mean,
that line.
Like, you have so much blind faith in this idiot. Like, I
Look at JB.
I'm not-
JB, look at JB with the assist, man.
JB running across the room now, saving this bald head.
Minicamp is kicking
All right.
off at Allen Park. And
Take
Woodward
two.
Sports will be
Here we go.
all week to cover
Here
the
is
action.
the video from
While
yesterday.
there are upwards of 20-plus players out today, Dan Campbell assured the media earlier before practice that there is nothing to worry about. Dan Campbell traveled to Grand Rapids over the weekend for his daughter's volleyball tournament and shared the fan energy over on the west side of the state. And he also gave us an insight onto some questions that he received from fans along the way.
Went to Grand Rapids this weekend for my daughter's volleyball tournament, which was awesome. Does Frank Ragnow really bring an axe into work every day? Yes. Can Hutch really dance in real time? No. Somebody asked me about Lee McNeil. Does he really drink Michelob Light? I said, no.
Goff continues to grow with the Lions. Dan Campbell today touched on how he believes he's settling in and knows what they want to do. So much so that he said that Goff is stronger with the Lions than he was with the Rams.
I mean, he's a better quarterback than he was there, in my opinion, because he can do more things. He's mentally on it. I mean, we've come light years ahead of where he was 2 years ago when we walked in and just start teaching him protections and really, dove into that.
Let's take a peek at what's going on out on the practice field today. Closing out day one of media availability at Mandatory Minicamp, I'm Gabrielle D. Phillips with Woodward Sports Network.
So that was the first day back with everyone there out on the field. Monday they had media day, so that's where you're seeing all the pictures of Goff and the
You put that
chains.
together, didn't you?
Yeah.
Good job.
Thank
Did you get that soundtrack at the end from 50 Shades of Grey?
I did not. That was a Noah choice. Noah did choose the smooth
Of course
jazz.
it was Noah.
You know, keeping everyone calm while we're all getting really hyped up from the mini reel that he put together.
Oh, yeah.
So it was good, though. I mean, hearing Dan Campbell speak before, especially on Grand Rapids, and he went out there and all the energy and how excited he was. And they did say that they're talking about how they could potentially get some practices over to the west side of the state and see what would happen there. It's just talks.
That'd be good for the fans,
But I think it
to
would
be
be
honest.
great. I think him going out there and interacting with the fans out there, he saw that firsthand. But they are talking about it. There's no plan in motion yet, but they are talking about it, and I think it would be awesome. Have
I
that
mean,
outreach.
a lot of the fans that have to drive all the way down to Detroit for the games on Sundays, they're committed. That'd be great. I'd be down for 3 days of the week. They're up in Grand Rapids, wherever the hell they want to go.
Yeah.
Logistically, they got to figure that out. I mean, there's so much equipment they have to haul.
Yeah.
But
I think it would
It's a
probably
good
be
idea.
more of a summer thing or maybe an OTA thing
of course,
next year.
before training camp starts.
Yeah, because they
for
got to
sure.
get all logistically get it figured out too. Where they're playing, what's the field looking like Dan mentioned too.
Yeah.
So a lot that goes into it, but yeah, Grand Rapids.
I'll tell you what. I think my favorite takeaway from yesterday
Mm-hmm.
was the whole Jared Goff saga.
Yeah.
So before we get to him looking like 50 Cent or Dan Campbell talking about his time in LA to compare it to what he is now, I actually want to bring up his contract situation. So we're not really talking about it much.
They brought up.
It's kind of a, I know, but we're kind of just letting it go under the radar right now. No one's going to talk about it. Nobody wants to acknowledge it.
I mean, it was acknowledged, and you saw how he reacted yesterday. He wanted nothing.
Well, that's my
talk
point.
about it, yeah.
Of course. Well, nobody wants to talk about it because you don't want to come out this early and say he's our guy. Not that he isn't. He probably is internally. And then he comes out and throws 18, 19, 22 interceptions and regresses, which nobody expects. But to me, it's probably by week 4, week 5, we're going to hear a lot about contract extensions heating up.
Right.
But if we want to throw a poll in the chat, how comfortable are you, no matter the number, with a Jared Goff contract extension? And I think right now, it's hard to say no to the guy. No? Gabby? He's probably going to win the division this year. Throw for 4,000 yards, 25, 26 touchdowns minimum, 12 to 14 interceptions at most. He's going to have a quarterback rating about 98, 99, maybe 100. He's going to have a good season, and it's a good football team. So you guys tell me, are you comfortable with the conversation of a contract extension?
Yeah, I'm comfortable with the conversation. I'm not comfortable with the answer. How about that? Because Dan Campbell, the confidence he gave Jared Goff, especially in that press conference, I love it. And he mentioned how Sean McVay, it's something that Jared never really had in L.A., the backing of his head coach. He's had different OCs, different quarterback coaches. I know Sean McVay was the OC, but in Detroit, Jared has full 100% support from Dan and Brad. So that's amazing that they back him. They have confidence in him. That's what he needs. Now, if you're talking about realistically giving him a contract right now, I think it's ridiculous. You wait, see how he plays, and if he has a good season or he starts off having a good season, maybe you can bring up contract extensions. But still, right now, he had really his first breakout year in Detroit. I think it'd be stupid to hand him a contract right now, and you could end up like Dak Prescott, where he has these seasons, you pay him,
like Lamar,
and he regresses.
Right?
Potentially Lamar, but we don't know. We'll see this year with Lamar. But at least Dak, I have data. I mean, that contract they regret.
Of course they regret it, but as the years go on, Dak will never earn more than that. So it'll balance itself out if he's a long-term solution, right? Because he'll never get more than $45 million a year, ever. You look at Jared Goff. Let's say Jared Goff starts off the season with the Lions 5-2, 3 interceptions in 8 games, or 7 games, excuse me. He's off to a really good start, putting up great numbers, efficient, leading the team. Value's going to be pretty high. And again, I'm only thinking from a financial standpoint. Would it be easier to give him one now or offer him one now before you go and win the division, before you go and make the playoffs? Or would you rather do it at the end of the year once you've seen everything, which I'll probably agree with you on, but you've seen everything, you've taken it in, and then another 2-3 quarterbacks probably have been paid during that time, and now his market value has gone up 5% automatically because of everybody else, and another 5% or 10% because of his performance. That'd be my question.
Yeah, and that's the risk you have to take, but in reality, you have to take it. Because if you give Jared Goff an extension right now, and let's say the Lions don't make the playoffs or he struggles this season, now we're living in regret. And depending on how long they sign him till, and we talk about a 2-year extension, which I think is fair. I don't think I wouldn't go farther than that because, again,
2-year
extension
after this season?
Yes.
So he'd have 3 years left on his deal.
Essentially.
Okay.
Because at least with that, at that point, you'd know by year 2 of that contract that if Hendon Hooker's your guy, you could figure it out. I think it's stupid to just assume Hooker's that guy, don't give him an extension, and just hope Hooker becomes Jared Goff. I think it's smart what they're doing. They're allowing, Jared Goff, they're believing in him, giving him all the confidence, allowing him to lead, not putting pressure on him like Hendon Hooker's taking his spot. But still, it's up to Jared. I don't have a problem waiting and potentially paying him a little bit more. I think it's worth it rather than giving him an extension now and looking at yourself or
I would agree
looking
with
at his
that
contract like,
because-
what the hell did we just do?
Well,
Especially if he struggles.
I don't think you want to have a situation, unfortunate, and God forbid, I don't think anybody, none of us at least, expect it to happen, but what if they go 7-10 and he doesn't play well? And he maybe costs you 2, 3, 4 games. And you're like, dude, we're a quarterback away. And you just gave him $45 million on a 2-year extension. You have him 3 more years. There's no really way out. And at the end of this year, and you had it really this year as well, this offseason, there's an out. You can get out of this contract for relatively nothing. Won't hurt your cap space. So I don't mind waiting.
What about the people that said, well, Jared might take a discount?
I think...
Because let's see if he'll actually take a discount.
Well, you know what? Mahomes came out and had that conversation. He wants to win. He wants to be surrounded by really, really good players. But he also wants to be paid, what he believes he's worth. So there's a balance. And I think if I'm Brad Holmes, Dan Campbell, whether it's before this season starts or at the end of the year, you sit Jared Goff down with his agent. Hey, guys, we're willing to talk a 5-year extension here. We want you to retire as a Detroit Lion. But we're not going to be able to have this conversation unless you're willing to play ball in terms of your salary. It's not going to be the Lamar, Daniel Jones. And again, you have this open, transparent conversation. And if Jared Goff is looking for the $50 million a year deal or 48, whatever it may be, I don't know. You got to make a tough decision, Detroit. Whether it's a shorter term or you just cut bait, I don't know. But I find it hard to believe Jared Goff isn't the quarterback for this team, not only this year, but next year and the year following. He's here for the next 3 years. How do you let a quarterback that's top 15 in the NFL right now just walk out the door?
Well, that's the key thing. Top 15.
Even if you believe in Hendon Hooker, even if you do, Hendon Hooker is an insurance policy. It's not your 401k where you're banking on this at the end of your retirement.
Right.
Hendon Hooker is if the car crashes in Jared Goff. So,
and here's the question too: if you wait for Goff, depending on what Goff asks for, because we don't know realistically, they haven't really had conversations. If you wait for Goff and he plays well, how much more does the price go up? That's probably the question.
$3 to $7 million annually.
I would take that risk for that increase. Now, if he's asking for 50, whether it's now or later, hell no. I'm not paying Jared Goff $50 million because you mentioned it, he's a top 15 quarterback. But that's right now. He's playing like a top 10 quarterback. I don't know what Jared Goff will look like next season. So, again, I know that's the easy cop-out answer to wait and see, but it's true. You don't want to be tied up in a big contract to a quarterback that you don't believe you can win because of. That's the thing, Jared Goff, I think, this season, even if they win games and he plays well, you can look back and, after this season with more talent and see, did we win all these games because of Jared Goff strictly, or did we win with him?
Well,
and
let
if
me
you're
ask
winning
you,
with
go to
Jared
last year.
Goff, I'm
Go
not
to
paying
last
him
year.
$50 million.
8-2 down the stretch. Why were you winning those games?
Well, part of that was Jared Goff didn't turn the ball over. But also, since week 7, the Lions averaged, they gave up 18 points per game, that defense. So
great.
Defensively, they got better.
So you have a formula to win.
Top 5 offensive line, a lot of support.
You have a formula to win.
You do.
He's a good quarterback who can be very good at times. He's a good quarterback that with the right circumstances can win a lot of football games. He can win 60-65% of his games if you surround him with the right pieces, if you coach him the correct way. You have that, potentially.
But also listen to the narrative that the team, the coaches, and the office have all been leading with is, yes, we were good last year, but there's still this year. There's still those games to come.
Yep.
And I think that translates into this contract conversation. I think if we're looking at the narrative from everyone throughout camp, throughout all this media attention, throughout the draft, yes, we had great momentum last year, coming off of last year, but we have to be able to make that happen again. And if they make that happen again, then that's going to look very good for Jared Goff. But if they don't, then the Lions need to be in a position where they can say, okay, maybe not.
And this isn't a shot at Jared Goff, but I want to see Jared with high stakes. Like the Lions this year with the expectations they have, if he plays as well as he did last season with these expectations, he wins the division, he wins a playoff game, or hell, he even competes in a playoff game and you almost win a playoff game, whatever the scenario is, at least then you can be like, okay, like even when the stakes are highest, when expectations are at the all-time highest in quite some time, Jared lived up to it. Right now, like last season, it was winning games, and they did it.
I think we're way ahead of ourselves. And I don't think that's fair from you.
Doesn't mean he earns $50 million.
I don't think that's fair. That's taking fair? Jared Goff, right, who in his career has proven he can manage and be part of those big moments, but he'll never be one of the elite quarterbacks in the NFL. So why even give him an obstacle or, a data point where you want to measure him by, when the stakes are high? Well, there's a lot more than the stakes are high when it comes to the quarterback, because he's not that. We know he's not that. And that's why a team-friendly deal, something where the team has an out, this is going to be... His contract is going to be the center of attention after week 4. Especially if they come out 3-1. He looks good. There'll be a lot of talk with this team. So whether or not you have to pay him after the season, I don't know. And all I know is I wouldn't put that expectation that you agree with me on this. You don't win because of him. Maybe once, twice, 3 times at most a year. Maybe.
Yeah.
And that's being generous. But usually you can win with him.
Yeah, you ask him, don't turn the ball over.
Good offensive line, good run game, wide receivers, a good defense. You give him a top half defense, he wins you 8 out of 10 games.
And that's true.
Coaching stops fumbling games in the fourth quarter, he wins you games. Coaching makes the right decisions, puts his team and players in better positions, you start winning games. I get not wanting to pay Jared Goff that money. I get it. But don't sit there and try to compare him to one of the 7 best quarterbacks in the NFL or 6 when we know he isn't. You just be very self-aware of your situation. Do you get better or worse with Jared Goff or without him?
And like Brad
Keep
Holmes
that in
said,
mind.
it's a lot easier to downgrade. So this isn't a shot at Goff, but you, at least I hope you understand the hesitancy I have to give him a full 50, 45, $48 million contract per season based off 1 year.
That's fine.
Like, there's
fine.
hesitancy
I'm with you.
there.
I'd wait till
So-
the end of the year too. We'll take
We'll
a
see.
break. When we get back, are expectations unrealistic for the Detroit Lions, and are they set for a massive disappointment? And then we'll get to Dan Campbell at 8:45 and his thoughts on Jared Goff being better in Detroit than he was in LA. And then we'll get to Jeff and the Pistons. And Jeff's bromance with the Pistons, he absolutely loves them. He'll never say anything bad or wrong about them. Jeff would never cheat on the Pistons, right, Jeff? Like a good boy.
I'm a loyal man. I'm a Lions
you
fan.
are.
I'm very loyal.
Except with women.
What? Okay, you just I swear
Take a
you throw things at the wall and see if they stick.
Oh, God. Let's
That's what
take a
you
break.
do.
Jeff, our good friends over at the Sports Marketing Agency.
Let me talk about SMA for a second here. The Sports Marketing Agency helps spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast, This is the S Word, helps fight the stigma about seeking help. If you or someone you know is struggling, head to thesportsma.com for more information.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1, what's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2, join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3, bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show here at WoodwardSports.com. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe. If you're listening wherever you listen to your podcast, download and leave a 5-star review. And if you're watching on the website, please be sure to check out all of our articles, merchandise, clips, previous shows, all available at WoodwardSports.com. And back to a little bit more Lions.
Oh, yeah. Look, you know what? Before expectations, since we're on the Jared Goff conversation, I actually want to do Jared Goff first.
Yeah.
Okay? Dan Campbell spoke on Jared Goff.
Yes.
Thinks he's a better quarterback now in Detroit than he was with LA, which, I mean, for the most part, I think it's pretty linear. It's common sense. He's more experienced. He's older. He's wiser. He's less panicky in his decision making.
Erratic.
Yeah, erratic would be another good word for it. I'm happy with Jared Goff right now. I have no issue with Goff. He can prove me wrong or right this year. I'm happy with either outcome. He plays very, very well. They win the division. Dare I say they win a playoff game? I'm very happy. They fall on their ass, go 6-11, 7-10. He plays poorly. No problem. Cost me $5 million to get rid of him if he's the reason.
Right.
I'm not losing sleep. So I think probably the thing I love the most about this season is I get clarity. I don't have to think about, is Dan Campbell the right coach or not? I don't have to think about if Jared Goff is the right guy at quarterback or not. All of that gets answered this year. Whether they win or lose, I have a conclusion to make, and I am very excited about that.
And this isn't LA. This isn't Super Bowl or bust. This is playoff win or bust. Like the ceiling is much lower. At least the expectations are much lower in Detroit. So for Jared Goff, who's won multiple playoff games, been to a Super Bowl, Like, this should be, I shouldn't say a cakewalk, but it's very different from being in LA. So I think Jared can do it. I think he's, one of the better quarterbacks, a top 10, top 15. He had a top 10 year this year. And even though I do argue against Geno Smith being better than him, I can't believe people actually think that, or Ryan Tannehill being better than him, I defend Jared Goff a lot. But I'm also realistic. And that's why this gets twisted when I say I'd wait to extend him or I'm hesitant to extend him. People immediately assume, Jeff, you hate Goff. No, that's not the case. I love the Lions, and I care about the Lions. I care about what they do financially, and I don't want money tied up to a quarterback that you don't believe in. Last year, the last half of the season when they were 8-2, didn't turn the ball over. He played excellent. Well, can he repeat that? And Jameson's out the first 6 games, and that's unfortunate. It's going to hurt Jared Goff to some extent, but still, he did it last year without Jameson. So, I mean, you're not going to have Chark, but Amon-Ra's going into now his 3rd year. You added more weapons on offense. You still got one of the better offensive lines. Ben Johnson in his 2nd year. Jared Goff has everything to succeed. Now it's up to him. So, listen, I'm a big supporter of Goff. I believe in Goff. I think he can win a playoff game. That's why I have these expectations. But for the money, he's going to decide everything. It's really up to Goff. It's all on him. If he plays well and the Lions win a playoff game, hell, I'm all for extending him. But if he falls on his face, then we know the answer to that. I would much rather wait than give him the money right now. But you look at some of the quarterback situations in the NFL, people want to crap on Goff, that's fine. But the Lions have one of the better quarterback situations, and there's a lot of other teams, NFC and AFC, that would proudly take Jared Goff right now. So as much criticism as we'd like to give Goff or nitpick Goff, he's still one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL, and plenty of other teams would love to have him. So
they're at a point right now where, and it's, again, this narrative, where they established what they needed to last year, and now going into this year, they can tweak, they can make it work, they can fix it to what they want it to be like. They had the test last year, and now they need to solidify that going into this year, which is exactly what they're doing, but I think that's going to lead to the answers that you were talking about.
I mean, you're down there. I would tell me if I'm wrong on this, but I think the atmosphere, the temperature in the room is there's pressure, but healthy pressure.
Yeah.
We think we're good enough.
Right.
Like, we think we can win the division. A lot of people think we can win the division. A lot of people agree. And then there's Sid over there, right? So, distracting me. But you have everybody in Allen Park, I think, on the same wavelength right now. Everybody agrees this should be a playoff team, a division-winning team.
Right.
And that's the goal. And you know what? The last time the expectation was to win the division in my lifetime, like truly compete and win the division, I believe was the year after Schwartz was fired and the start they had in the 11th season, 13, I don't even remember the year. It was with Jim Caldwell's first season, 11-5. And then that offseason, a lot of hype. Yes, some players left, but it was still 11-win football team. It had Calvin Johnson on it, had Matthew Stafford. And that was like, okay, maybe this is the year. Since then, it's never really been a conversation, or at least a legitimate one.
Right.
So, I don't know. I'm optimistic. I think everybody in Allen Park is optimistic. It's now just, how many games are they going to win?
Optimistic, confident, but grounded. Because every single time that someone brings up the media attention and everyone being so excited and the energy in Detroit being so excited, the players all respond, players, Brad Holmes, Dan Campbell, with something along the lines of, yes, but we're putting our head down and going to work. Yes, but we still have so much to prove. Yes, but we haven't played those games this season yet. And I think that is the key, because if they went into this saying like, oh yeah, like we're going to do this, we're going to do this, they seem confident, but they don't seem
committed to
Yeah.
them. Yeah. And this is the thing I want to bring up too, just to play devil's advocate with Jared Goff a little bit, and call me the bad guy. Could I also argue that winning a playoff game, as much as we'd all accept it, it'd be great for the city, and listen, Jared Goff, build a damn statue, because it's been a minute.
No, don't build a statue.
I'm kidding. But after he wins a playoff game, what happens then? Now it's NFC title game. Then it's
expectations change.
So would it be fair to say that even for Goff to win a playoff game, that's very minuscule? If you look around the NFL, teams win playoff games. Giants just won one with Daniel Jones.
Sure.
So is it fair to say that if he wins a playoff game, great, but that doesn't automatically
No, I think how he plays
that
is
he's the
really
franchise
important.
quarterback.
He's not, though.
Okay, just wanted to clear that because I think
he's
people,
not
if
a
he wins a
franchise
playoff game, are
quarterback.
ready to bow down to Jared Goff.
Nobody thinks that.
And teams all around the NFL, they win playoff games.
Jared
and they're
Goff
still not committed to their quarterback.
Is on the elite level side of being a bridge quarterback. Like, he's a perfect placeholder
Absolutely.
for when you don't have one. Guys, you should know what not having a quarterback looks like. Charlie Batch, Jeff Garcia, John Kitna, Dante Culpepper. Do I have to really go on? Joey Harrington, Drew Stanton.
Yeah, it's been bad.
Dan Orlovsky.
It's been bad.
You really want me to go through the list?
It's been bad, yeah.
I'm not saying Jared Goff is a franchise quarterback, but he's a good solution, especially given how young and how deep this roster is. It's not going anywhere. Team's not going anywhere. Now, if you can stumble upon your version of a Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, be my guest.
But every team wants one of those.
I would love one. There's only 5 or 6 ever in the league at a given time. That's just the reality.
Right.
So you tell me. Yes, Jared Goff isn't the best quarterback or one of the best in the NFL, but he can play at a very high level when his surroundings are pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And we've seen it in LA and now in Detroit last year down the stretch. So yeah, Jared Goff is a complicated situation. You can compare him to Ryan Tannehill when he got the extension to after and he totally fell apart. Well, the GM also traded A.J. Brown and Derrick Henry's body is really just falling apart.
And now they're drafting quarterbacks in back-to-back drafts.
So I don't think you find yourself in that position, Detroit, with Jared Goff.
Yeah, he's better than Tannehill.
Well, it's not even that he's better than Tannehill or Geno or any of these guys. He's got years ahead of him, and so is the roster. You're not paying any of these guys anytime soon. Aiden, nope. J-Mo, nope. Amon Ra coming up next year. You're going to have to think about that, how much you're going to pay him, fine. But you have the money.
Mm-hmm.
Aiden, still got years left on that deal. Penei Sewell, 5th-year option. Let's go. Boom. No problem. So you don't really have that issue. Your team's not going anywhere. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see with Jared Goff. But I'm not going to push out a good quarterback out of the door or hold him to elite level expectations when I know that's not what he is.
Yeah, I think the bottom line, I think you would agree with me too. I'm cool with Jared Goff until there's a better option. But that's not a surprise. Every team thinks like that for the most part. I'm okay with Jared Goff until you present me something better. Maybe it's Hooker, maybe it's not. But I'm not ready to dump Goff for Hooker and just cross my fingers. I'm not that stupid. So we'll see. I got a lot of confidence Goff can repeat what he did last year. But a lot of pressure's on him. But not just him, the Lions as a whole. It's not all on Goff. It's also on the defense. I mean, like any quarterback and most quarterbacks, you need a lot of support. You need a good defense, or at least a better defense in which
Stafford
they had. So yeah, Matthew's another one.
He had fucking idiots running Allen Park and coaching the team.
You
and he's the definition of a franchise quarterback for 12 years.
How do you think Stafford feels looking at this offensive line?
Oh, he would love to play here.
Like, come on!
But that's the point. You had a franchise guy in your building.
Yeah.
The moment he left, he went and won a Super Bowl. It just tells you were the problem.
Oh, come on!
And now look at you. You fixed it. Lucas, nobody wants to hear you. Shut the fuck up if you don't think Matthew Stafford is a franchise quarterback.
Yeah,
Just stop.
Yeah.
Just stop, please. Anyways.
People still make that argument.
We got to go to break. When we get back, I don't even know what I want to talk about anymore. Just fucking sit over here. And of course, they put me on the desk directly facing him. What have I done? What have I done?
I don't know what to tell you.
I guess, yeah.
We'll take a break. Jeff, our good friends over at Guardian Alarm.
Let me tell you about them. Listen, Goff needs a good defense, but so does everybody else. You need Guardian Alarm. Let me tell you why. They got customized solutions from real experts, 24/7 professional monitoring, and technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology that's been proven to work by people that have been proven to care. Call 1-800-STAY-OUT. Stay off, or stay out, Matthew Stafford haters.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show here at WoodwardSports.com. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you don't already, follow us on all social media at Woodward Sports to keep up with what we're doing around the office, all the latest news, clips from the show, and more. In the meantime, follow us on the website and tune in for our 11 a.m. with Big D Energy, 2 p.m. with Ermanni and Edwards with Maz, and 5 p.m. with the Woodward Heavyweights.
All right, we're back here on the Morning Woodward Show live, WoodwardSports.com.
I just said that.
I know. It's the comforting thing to do coming out. What do you want me to say? Hey, guys, we're back here on the morning show. Gabrielle D. Phillips, Jeff Iafrate, Butler over there. What do you want me to say?
Just
Anyways.
jump right in.
No. Say whatever the hell I want. 64% of you said no, by the way, to extending Jared Goff before the season, which I'm kind of okay with. I don't mind. Wait and see. Who knows? Maybe this year Jared Goff is the reason that the team doesn't make the playoffs and meet expectations. Maybe it's the coach. Who knows? Maybe it's injuries. Let the season play out. I'm with you guys. Then go for the extension. Jeff?
Lucas, you see that poll? It's weird.
No, we're not doing. Are we going to do this right now?
I just want to remind you.
All right, we got 11 minutes. It's
While
fine.
that continues, I do want to say that Dave Burkett just came out with an article. He was able to sit down with Hendon Hooker after the practice yesterday, so we did see him run his first routes yesterday. He was throwing, he was getting more involved, much more involved than last time the media was there, not just hanging out with the quarterbacks. And he told Dave Burkett that his recovery is way ahead of schedule.
Good for him.
So that's positive. He's hungry, he's preparing, he's getting ready. And it was funny, Jared Goff afterwards, he had made a comment, like, this kid is doing really well, he's fitting into the locker room, yada yada.
He's like 25.
And that's what someone in the media had responded with. They're like, is he a kid? And he was like, well, I guess he's older than I was when I started, but I think once again you're seeing that maturity pay off in the conversations that he's having here regarding where he's at and his status and his recovery. He's keeping it positive, keeping it professional, and I think that's something that you want to see in the situation that he's in as a potential quarterback for the Lions, for any team, that he's able to address the media over something difficult in a positive way.
And who asked Jared about J-Mo liking a tweet? Like, that was 4 months ago.
I don't.
It continues. And I'm like, last week, it was dead last week. It was more than dead last week. It was dead after J-Mo addressed it. Let it be. But this was the first time that the media did get to speak directly to Jared Goff since
So they
all
asked
of
him
this.
about it, really?
So they asked him about it, and he was, as short about that as he was about his contract extensions, and as short as he was with his answer about attending Taylor Swift. So that's how you have it.
By the way, I know
never
we did that
understand.
segment on, how would you treat your quarterback?
We're going to replay that on Friday before this
I
concert
take back
happens.
everything I said, Jared. You go enjoy T Swift. I take back everything I said.
Good for you.
Aaron Rodgers, I hated on him for dancing it up at Taylor Swift. You know what, Jared? Go off, King. Go do your thing.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you know what?
JB, how's the dating life with Taylor Swift so far?
Yeah, JB, I heard the rumors.
We heard you're smashing.
We're trying to keep that
She
on
can't
the
walk
wraps.
straight because of you, but it's okay.
She'll be okay for the concert this weekend. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
JB, what I say yesterday, there's a reason why T
God.
Swift's with JB.
Oh, yeah.
It's below the waist. I'll just give you that. All right, this guy.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Oh my gosh. man.
The kicker competition continued.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about kickers. Let's talk about Matthew Stafford then.
Oh, well, I'm just saying.
We'll just get it out of the way.
Updates from yesterday. Kicker competition continued, and I do have a new someone to watch for is Chase Cota.
Who?
From Oregon. He's an undrafted free agent. Chase Cota.
What a name.
Cota.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Great yesterday. So he's someone to watch for. Obviously, very early, but he looked very promising. Great chemistry with everyone.
I would love
that
to
he was
kick
working
field
with.
goals at Allen Park.
No, you wouldn't.
No, I swear. I used to kick field goals back in the day.
What does that mean? Like,
I can hit like a 44-yarder, 45-yarder, 100%.
Just I jumped. He's not a kicker.
Oh, what's okay?
No, Chase Cota's a wide receiver.
He's a wide receiver.
And he's big, too. He's like 6'4".
Fuck him. I don't care. He's not going to
6'4".
make the team. Anyways.
Okay.
Matthew Stafford.
Well, there you go.
Franchise quarterback, whether you like it or not, Lucas. I only want to touch on it for 4 minutes because I really don't want to spend any more time on it than I have to. But
you went through this for months.
Matthew Stafford, during his time in Detroit, 51% of the wins that he was a part of were comeback wins. 57% of the wins that he was a part of were game-winning drives on the final drive of the game. So, like, I don't know what to say. The dude was a stalwart, reliable, dependable every single season. Easily a top 5 talent in terms of arm. His ability to throw the football off platform anywhere down the field. He was amazing. He actually got more efficient when Calvin Johnson left. I got nothing but good things to say about Matthew Stafford. Did it not work here? Did he not win? Yes. He was a loser in Detroit. Detroit's been a loser since I was fucking born and before I was born. So what's the difference? Did he elevate them like Andrew Luck elevated the Colts? Well, you know what? He had Bill Polian. You know what Matthew Stafford had? A bunch of fucking idiots. Matt Millen, Bob Quinn, Jim Caldwell, Jim Schwartz, wannabe coaches, way better assistants, way better coordinators than head coaches. Get out of here. Get out of here. I refute any claim that Matthew Stafford wasn't a franchise quarterback. He proved it the fucking year he left by throwing for 6,000 yards, 50 touchdowns, being the first quarterback in NFL history to do that and win the Super Bowl. Fuck out of here. Anyways. And he won me a lot of money, so I owe him a ton of gratitude.
Lucas, you can...
do I have the floor?
Oh, you have the floor.
Okay, so I'm going to make this very clear now. I do not think Matthew Stafford is a bad quarterback. That's not what I'm saying. But when we talk about the franchise quarterbacks in this league, a franchise quarterback, regardless of what's going on around him, for the most part, doesn't have to win a Super Bowl, but consistently puts you in a good spot. If we talk about all these fucking stats that Matthew Stafford has and all these comeback wins for stats, yeah, you're going to be having all those passing yards when you're down in the game and throwing stupid first and second quarter interceptions and you're behind. And all these fucking game-winning drives, I would love to go back and look and see how many of them were a touchback, a 25-yard game by Golden Tate, and then Matt Prater booting a 55-yard fucking missile to win the game. Then he goes to L.A., where I'm sorry, but I think if you take the top 15 quarterbacks in the NFL, I would probably say 10 of them win a Super Bowl.
I think you're crazy.
He had OBJ.
There's only
Cooper
3
Kupp.
quarterbacks in the NFL that make the throw he makes against Tampa Bay.
That's true. He had a good playoffs. Like, I'm not going to deny that. But to say that playoffs right there shows you that his whole career, that's a franchise quarterback.
No. It doesn't justify his whole career.
Super team, he wins a bowl.
It wasn't a super team. Relax.
That's a super team.
Relax. It was not a super team.
3 Hall of Famers on that team. 4 if you want to count, what's his name, the left tackle, Whitworth.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes not winning with super teams? Justin Houston? Huh? We're not going to talk about Frank Clark.
The edge rusher from the Chiefs?
Yes.
What about Justin Houston?
Patrick Mahomes doesn't get to play with Travis Kelce, one of the top 2 tight ends of all time. Tyreek Hill, one of the greatest receivers in the NFL. Andy Reid, one of the greatest coaches of all time. Frank Clark, Houston. You want to go keep going?
What did Patrick Mahomes do last year? Won a fucking bowl.
I'm asking you. Why are quarterbacks?
He was in a great situation.
Stop talking
and he
for a
did his
second.
job.
Stop talking for a second. Why are quarterbacks? Why is every quarterback allowed to play with great players except Matthew Stafford? And when he did, he delivered the goods, showing you that when he was put in the right situation, which he never was in Detroit, he could fucking deliver.
That's
Please
not
explain.
what I'm saying. What I'm saying is give Matthew Stafford the ring, give him the credit for it, but when people act like Matthew Stafford was the one driving force on that Rams team, it makes my head want to explode.
How about this?
He has Cooper Kupp, who had the best receiving season in NFL history. Stafford had something to do with that. I'm not going to take it away. On the other side, he has fucking OBJ.
Cooper Kupp never caught for 1,500 yards before Matthew Stafford, bro.
Because he had a torn ACL.
No, he played full seasons prior to it.
He had a rookie year, then he tore his ACL.
Yes.
And then I believe he had like 1,000 yards.
And 1,100 yards, 1,200, never even close. JB, I can't listen to this white boy. What are we doing here?
Well, I was trying to mute his mic for
How
you
about
so
this?
you can at least talk.
We'll end it on this,
go over
Lucas.
well.
Okay? He wasn't the only...
Why are we ending it? We got 3 minutes.
No, because he's never going to stop. And you know he's not going to either. He wasn't the only driving force of the Rams, but in the playoffs, he elevated his play, and I'd argue he was a big driving force of the Rams in the playoffs.
I will agree with that.
So that matters. If you elevate your play in the playoffs, that's elite.
Lucas has been muted.
Why'd we mute him?
Lucas has been muted.
What are we doing? Why are we muting him?
He's done.
Why?
We cleared it up.
We're clear.
Why?
The people on Lucas's mic muted.
I don't like that.
He's been sent to timeout.
We just
That's
cut
not
the
right.
line. Just cut the line there.
No, I don't like that shit. Fucking let him talk. He's a fucking idiot. Let him talk. We got to listen to everybody. What, Joe Biden, Donald Trump, they all hit the fucking trail. They all talk to a bunch of fucking retarded Americans. What? They fucking listen. You know? This is one of them. Fuck. Oh my God.
It's okay,
Freedom
Lucas,
of speech. What are we doing here? Cutting people's mics. He's an idiot, but not that much.
What are we doing?
If we're going to cut people's mic, cut Braylon's mic when he talks about Michigan football. What? Come on. Anyways. Take a break.
Yeah, Flannel's never had his mic muted.
Oh, you know
I
what?
think we should use the mute button a little bit more often. Sometimes people need to be cut off.
I don't think so.
I think I'm going to mute you
It's
guys
a sports
more
talk
often.
show. Let it fucking ride.
I'm going to go to JB and I'm going to go, okay. Mute Adam
I
and
will
Jeff,
no
and
longer
I'm
do
just
the show
gonna
if we're going to start
run
cutting
for a
mics.
bit.
It's all right.
All right.
Lucas, you did good, brother.
All right, let's go to the Pistons, and then we'll get into
He
some
knows. He
NBA
knows.
Finals previews. I want to talk about the Tigers in the second hour.
Oh, jeez. Why?
Why? What do you mean? Okay, you know what? I take that back. We're doing Tigers out of the gate right now. We'll take a break. Coming out with the Tigers. What do you mean, why?
They've won, what, one out of their last 9 games?
Oh, you're not even paying attention. I got some shit for you, buddy. All right, we'll take a break. When we get back, Tigers coming up next. I'm going to educate you, buddy.
All right, please.
But before we
educate
go,
me.
tell everybody at home about our good friends over at Big Boy.
Oh, I will. I'm going to eat my feelings away after hearing Lucas give his Matthew Stafford argument. I'm going to go to Big Boy, and I'm going to check out the Strawberry Fest because they got classic breakfast items like some strawberry hotcakes or mouth-watering red velvet waffles. But if you're not feeling breakfast and you want to go there for lunch, they got strawberry bacon chicken wraps, or you can cool off with their refreshing Summer Splash salad. Don't forget to grab dessert, including their very delicious classic strawberry pie, deep-fried vanilla Oreos, or strawberry hot fudge cake, and more at Big Boy.
How would you like to win not one, but 2 vehicles of your choice? One for you and one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Get to Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut and automatically enter for your chance to win. Courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. Lady Jane's, open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome. Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
All right, we're back here on the Morning Woodward Show, live, woodwardsports.com. Adam Beydoun, Jeff Iafrate, Gabrielle D. Phillips. Top of the hour. It's becoming a dictatorship. Mutant mics. I don't like this. It's not what I stand
It was
for.
for comedic purposes, and it just didn't work out the way that it was intended to.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I agree.
Apologies, Lucas. I let you rant all the time.
The Tigers. They haven't been on the show since opening day, all right? And there's been a reason for that. But I think there's a very valid discussion that needs to happen surrounding the Tigers and where they're going. Riley Green is currently hurt. Eduardo Rodriguez currently hurt. Not ideal.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? There's one saving grace on this team that I hope we all can at least bond together, and as a community and a sports community, just kind of.
Where are you going with this? I know it's going somewhere.
It's not going anywhere. I'm trying to get Tigers fans to see that it's really not going to be this bad, especially in the future.
Yeah, I agree with
because
that.
it's all going to start with arguably. I can't even keep a straight face when I say this. The greatest signing in Detroit Tigers history, and Javi Baez. I mean, he's unbelievable. since becoming a Tiger. I'll read you the splits. He's batting .320, on-base percentage .470. He's a top 3 slugger in the game right now, and a perennial Gold Glove contender every single year.
Oh.
That's what you paid hundreds of millions of dollars for.
Ooh.
Bruh.
So it's okay, Tigers fans. Javi Baez won't be swinging at random pitches in the dirt that are fucking 40 feet away.
Oh, it's not like him.
That's so uncharacteristic. He's one of the best ball players in all of baseball. We're so blessed that Al Avila signed Javi Baez, and I couldn't be happier.
Brandon Holmes says Lucas is Woodward's Baez. That's arguable.
Oh, that's mean.
Well,
Come on. I mean, Lucas isn't that bad. I mean, Flannel, I'll give you that one. I'll give you Flannel.
Flannel under the bus.
I'll give you Easy. Easy and Flannel, I'm down to have the Javi Baez conversation with. All right? But, Lucas isn't swinging in the dirt. Maybe he's a little blind. His left eye doesn't fucking work. I don't know what's going on with Lucas, but, the Tigers are rolling.
Yeah.
They've lost 5 straight, and they're like 2 for 30 with runners in scoring position in that 5-game losing streak. Yet they're only 4 games out of the Central. Think about that. 5-game losing streak, still only 4 games out of the Central. You know how shit the Central is? You know how annoyed I've been for months? Not even months, but about probably the last 6 weeks, hearing how the Tigers are 4, 5, 6 games under 500, but they're only 2 games back in the Central, 3 games back in the Central. Just shut the hell up. It's probably the last Tigers segment I'll do for the rest of the year. I just want to really, from the bottom of my heart, thank Al Avila and Javi Baez for reaching terms on the agreement they did. And I'm glad we didn't go out and get Carlos Correa. And I'm glad we drafted Jackson Jobe instead of any of the fucking shortstops that would have been available that you could have fucking had in the lineup by now. But hey!
I mean,
that doesn't matter. Fucking Boston has 5 of them in the fucking system that you passed on, you fuckface. All right. I don't want to get mad at Al. He's retired.
Yeah.
All right? I'm just really fucking annoyed because I actually love the Tigers. I love watching baseball, and I can't do it anymore. I can't. Javi Baez standing at the fucking plate. The ball's 15 feet to the right of him. Swinging in the fucking dirt. What do you do with that? That is an embarrassment. People pay, not many, but still, people pay their money to go watch those games. And you show up and do that? God, Tigers Twitter had a boner when Manton broke the no-hitter for a 3-run track. They still lost the game by 5.
Yeah, they're
didn't score a run after.
7 games without Riley Green. They're 1-6. It's unfortunate, but
Spencer Torkelson has the hardest outs in the game. That's my favorite one. Boy, when he gets them, they're loud outs, liners. Yeah, they're just suddenly they just happen to always be right at the fucking outfielder or the infielder. His luck. God. I thought the Lions were bad growing up. This is awful. And they got a fucking top manager, too. That's the problem. And they're giving him peanuts to work with.
Right.
And this has nothing to do with Scott Harris, by the way.
No, actually,
this has everything to do with Al Avila and Javier Baez. I hate them both.
I was going to say, if you talk about reasons to have faith in the Tigers, it starts with A.J. Hinch and Scott Harris. So those guys are excluded. It's unfortunate that without you're one of your youngest players in Riley Green, you're 1-6 now without him. So margin for error, very slim for the Tigers. Very slim.
I can't.
No E-Rod either. It's unfortunate.
I can't believe the Tigers signed a guy. If you're going to bat 220, hit 35 dingers. I can live with that.
Right.
Don't be freaking bottom of the league in slugging and on base in every freaking statistical category that there is. Don't swing at a slider that started out of the zone and finished outside of the fucking stadium. How about that? Why do they do this to us?
Why do they do this to us? At least for the most part, at least the start of the season, everybody was excited. And then now they're starting to kind of come back down to earth a little bit with the injuries. So I could say this is what I expected. I didn't expect Riley Green and Eduardo Rodriguez to be injured, but how they're playing isn't too surprising. It's just unfortunate that everything rides on Riley and E-Rod.
They just have no bats.
No
and we
production.
knew this.
Miguel Cabrera.
And freaking Chris Ilitch let Al Avila go into that Jackson Jobe draft, and he let him pick a player, and then fired him shortly after we did the rally up in Comerica Park.
And they threw up double middle fingers when he left.
Like, how do you let... I don't know. I'm hurt. I'm hurting. I can't imagine all of you that invest your money and time really more into the Tigers than I probably do right now. To all of you Twitter warriors that have to cover the team like Chris Castellani, God bless you. To all of you making highlight videos of minor league players and, you know, what could be in the future, God bless all of you. I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't have the patience. I don't have the will. I'm done. Tigers are going to make me retire from sports. Just can't do it. Swear to God. They're so bad. They're so bad. And yet they're not bad enough where you have hope, and that's the problem. You're in the middle of nowhere right now.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Javi Baez and Spencer Torkelson, the heart of your lineup. Ooh.
This comment's perfect. Ransom says, this is what happens when you hire idiots to run a franchise. Now we have to give it time to cut bait on dead weight. Tigers are 2 to 3 years from being competitive.
Yeah, I agree
I
with
think
that.
that's spot on.
I agree with that. And the Pistons aren't? No. You know why the Pistons aren't so bad? You know why? Because Jaden Ivey and Cade Cunningham have potential to be an all-star backcourt. And that's something I can look forward to. I have to talk to God every night and ask if Spencer Torkelson will ever hit 25 home runs in a season, let alone bat 230. That's the conversation I'm having with the Tigers. I got to sleep at night knowing that everybody bats under 250 on this team and nobody hits for power.
Right.
The Pistons. I'm going to kill myself one of these days. Think my wife can file a lawsuit against the Tigers if I kill myself? Probably not, right?
The odds probably on her in her favor. Yeah, it would in that one.
Oh, God.
Look at it.
Do you think that players from the PGA are going to be able to sue Live Golf, or players from the PGA will sue
That's random,
PGA?
but I would say the PGA players, they won't sue because they're joining, but I think they'll negotiate a signing bonus probably. Who knows? I mean, if you're, again, Tiger Woods, Rory, or any of these guys, like, you turn down a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll see. Legal system sucks.
Adam, actually, you might be able to sue the Tigers because I believe there was a story a couple years ago where a fan literally sued a team for emotional stress and damage.
Oh, my goodness.
Did they win? There's no way.
I don't think they won, but
they tried. I'm not trying to kill myself for a non-winnable case.
But they literally had a court case and documentation
that is
and
so
everything.
funny.
Yeah, because, I mean, Lions fans have every reason to do that in past times. So I wonder what franchise that was. Do you know off the top of your head or no?
I can't remember off the top of my head. It was so long ago. It was like a couple years ago. But yeah, there
It's
was
all good.
an actual case like this.
All right. Well, at least we're all in agreement.
Might be something we have to look
Tigers
into, JB.
suck.
Yeah.
Gabby?
New York fan.
New York, what, Giants?
Giants.
Really?
Fan sues the team.
Why? The Jets?
Actually, this has happened a couple of times. The fan
Motherfuckers.
sued the
Got 2
Dodgers.
Super Bowls in my lifetime.
Wait,
A fan
Giants
sued
or
the
Jets?
Dodgers. There's a couple. There's a few actually here.
The Dodgers get to the World
Giants,
Series every
Jets,
other year.
Dodgers.
I want these
Wizards.
problems.
Bunch of privilege.
I want these problems. I want to sue when you get to a World Series. Sign
Wow.
me up.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
It's a lot of
You
privilege.
win 2 Super Bowls in a decade? Sign me up.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I will kill myself for 2 Super Bowls in a decade. I'll take the bullet.
Are we sacrificing you?
Yes. If you told me the Lions win 2 Super Bowls in the next 10 years,
This is in 2020.
by year 10, I'll put a bullet in my head. No problem. No problem.
Filed against the New York
My dad
Giants
got
and
to
Jets,
see
the
2
basis
Super
of
Bowls.
NFL fans
My
and
family,
Dodgers.
all of you are happy. I'll go up to, face my judgment day. Be like, what the fuck? Why'd you kill yourself? Be like, dude, 2 Super Bowls.
So it was the Dodgers with the emotional
was worth it.
emotional abuse, and then a fan filed a lawsuit against the New York Giants and Jets on the basis that the NFL fans have been damaged by the use of New York, even though these teams play in New Jersey.
Bunch of bitches, man.
That is soft. Maz, that's where your people are from?
Maz.
Fucking Italian mafia. What a load of shit.
Now he's a real.
That's soft.
Naz has been loyal his entire life.
That's soft. That's soft. Let's take a break. Let's
Maz
talk
would
some
never.
Pistons. Let's talk some Pistons when we get back. But before we go, Gabby, our good friends over at Randy Wise.
Yeah, how would you like to see famous athletes like Jim Harbaugh, Darren McCarty, and Braylon Edwards play golf alongside some average Joes? Well, now thanks to Randy Wise Automotive and Woodward Sports, you're going to be able to do just that. Stay tuned for episodes of the Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour at woodwardsports.com.
By now you know me, Christina Gennari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
We're back. Morning Woodward Show here on the Woodward Sports Network. Adam Beydoun, Jeff Iafrate, Gabrielle D. Phillips. How's everyone doing this morning? Pistons talk. I can't wait. We go from Tigers talk to Pistons talk.
Swear to God.
What a
we're
great
losing it.
morning.
Yeah.
Can the Lions get here any quicker?
You're so
Should
enthusiastic.
we throw the Red Wings in there too?
No.
No.
Well, honestly, I'd
No.
rather throw the Red Wings in there than talk about Javier Baez, to be honest with you. But
Javi Baez is one of the 3 best players in baseball. I think you guys are just doing him a disservice.
yeah, no, I can't even take you seriously when you say that, dude.
Oh my God, Lucas, do you just press buttons, bro?
Miss button. It worked out well though. It was in a good little
Oh
silent
my
spot.
God. One of these days, I'm gonna have flannel fill in. I'm just gonna stand behind you and grill you every time you press the wrong button.
So we're at like 90% for the day. We have the video.
Yeah.
we have
I
the
got
video
fucking
and the
30,
button.
dude. I got 30% right now.
That's how we. I'm surprised you didn't do that on me to get back for muting you.
Oh my God. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk some Pistons right now. Jeff, how hyped are you for the draft?
We just cut. Like,
I'm so hyped. You see my face right now?
At least
So excited.
they're way better to talk about than the Tigers or the Red Wings right now, okay? Draft's coming up in a few weeks.
Red Wings, really? You got disrespect.
What do you want me to talk about? Go ahead.
You
Entertain me.
hold
What
on.
would you like to talk about the Red Wings today?
No.
Go ahead. Go ahead. What's in the news?
I didn't want to hold you accountable because you're the one who said the Pistons. Who wants to talk about? You've always said this. Who wants to talk about the Pistons? They suck. And now you're like, well, I'd rather talk about
During
the
the
Pistons.
season, yes. Why would I want to talk about
So now
them
you're
when they're
back.
6-45?
They hire Monty. Now you're all aboard.
Yes.
Okay, that's fair. All right,
Yes.
let's talk about the Pistons.
we could talk about the Red Wings because
I have standards.
26 years ago,
I'm a
Darren
fucking
McCarty
dime whore.
scored.
You got to have money to get my attention.
Oh, Darren McCarty.
I'm not going to date some fucking hobo. You want to win 17 games a year? You don't have my attention. You start winning 50 games a year, I'm starting to suck some dick. All right?
Wait.
Pro.
How did? Okay, let's talk some Pistons. So, Monty Williams. Okay. All right, Adam. I don't know where that came from. I don't know if you want to talk after the show. If you want to discuss something.
I'm good.
Okay. All right.
I'm
the
good.
Pistons. Monty Williams. The draft's coming up. A lot of excitement. Actually, just talked to James Edwards III yesterday on From Half Court. Go check that out because he spoke a lot about Monty hire, the free agency, and all that stuff. But this is an important time. The draft's approaching. Monty Williams' press conference is next week, so prepare for that. You'll see some clips from that presser. Can't wait for that. Our beat writer Kool-Aid will be down there asking questions. But the draft is coming. It's in a couple weeks, and it's not as exciting as the NFL draft, but it is exciting. You have the 5th overall pick. It's not number 1, but still, you're going to be able to get a really good player. Whether he starts or not is it's besides the point. I'm more excited for free agency, to be honest with you, because you got a lot of money to spend. There's not. We kind of talked about this. Not a big fish out there you want. James Harden, Kyrie, no thanks. But there are options out there. So regardless, this offseason is going to shape this team into being a contender for a play-in. Now, if you don't believe it, that's fair. But I think Monty Williams in the mix of some free agents and the 5th overall pick, I think it's very fair. So although Pistons fans right now kind of, you don't get the number 1 pick, everybody wants to jump off a cliff, and then you get Monty, and now everyone's back on the cliff. So it's just like any other sports fans, man. It's been up and down, but I'm excited for the offseason. I am.
I'll stick with you during the downs, but you got to show me some ups.
And they did show you a little bit with Monty. Shows you they're serious about winning.
Yeah, Monty gets me
that's
back
the first step.
having confidence.
That's the first
absolutely.
one. Yeah, that's
Same
the
thing
first
with
one.
Scott Harris. You
Right.
get rid of Al Bundy, all right? You replace him with somebody who's much younger, better looking, in shape, and I'm telling you, if you go look at the average amount of weight on the last 10 World Series champions, Scott Harris fits that billing. You don't see any 300-pound GMs walking around the Major League Baseball. You see any 300-pound GMs in basketball? Bob Myers? Nope.
No, I don't.
I'm just saying.
Typically don't see
I
those
correlate weight and success in professional sports. I wish I was making it up. You can go look at the average weight of the last 10 champions in every major sport. Outside of Bill Belichick, you're not going to find anybody who weighs that much.
I would side with Andy Reid. All right.
Yeah, I'm not talking about coaches
Okay.
here. Talking about
sure.
general managers.
All right.
All right?
All right. That's fair.
I'm on to something with this, Gabby. I'm telling you.
And
I'm sure you are, Adam. I don't want to fight with you anymore today. I'm just going to let you go.
What's wrong with having standards? Seriously.
Nothing.
Like, yes, I'll be around when you're bad, but doesn't mean I have to like it. You know?
Well, that's the roller coaster ride of being a fan. I mean, you're in, you're out, you're in, you're out. If they suck,
It's not
you're
about
out.
ever
If
being
they
out.
win-
It's just, I'm not going to take you seriously.
Okay, however you want to phrase it. What does that mean? I'm not going to take you
Like,
seriously.
you want me to be excited? My son graduates from college.
Well, yeah.
Goes and works at a gas station.
Okay,
Way to use your degree,
why?
Ed.
Okay.
Way to fucking go, buddy.
You went from...
I'm just saying. That's
How
the
did we
point.
get here?
Huh? I have no
why is he
idea.
at a
You
gas
are
station?
going from like A to X today. It's like you start with 1 point, and I'm like, okay, maybe he's going somewhere.
I mean,
And
it's the
like,
summer.
whoa.
What do you guys want to talk about? The Lions' expectations? We all fucking know. Division title, host a playoff game.
Yes.
What? Would you like me to run another 15 minutes of my mouth on that? Or
No.
Dan Campbell and how he's going to bite more kneecaps? I'm
Hey,
not interested.
What about the day Darren McCarty scored the clutch? Was that in the Stanley Cup, I believe, as well?
Yes.
What is it, 26
When
years
we
ago?
Swept the Flyers. The Red Wings swept
Excuse
the
me,
Flyers.
I disown both of you because according to Flannel Sam, Darren McCarty had zero impact on those Stanley Cup winning teams.
Zero impact, even though he.
Nobody remembers the role players.
winning goal.
Nobody ever says anything about the role players. Darren McCarty fucking sucked as a hockey player. Flannel Sam is God. So. What?
Take him from
You
flannels.
said it's pressing
mouth.
buttons still, you fucking idiot.
But
We're just gonna pretend like
24 years ago today.
Sam Flannel never said that, but you were
24
saying.
years ago today, Darren McCarty had the winning goal that led to the Red Wings sweeping the Flyers, and the Red Wings won a Stanley Cup for the first time in 42 years. That was 26 years ago today.
That sounds like a player.
1997?
26 years ago today.
Wow.
That sounds like a player the Red Wings
I was
needed.
3 years old. I don't remember that.
Not born.
Yeah.
I wasn't even, what's the right word? Thought about.
You were being made. Slowly but surely.
That was a long
maybe the
time in
thought-
the womb.
Well, yeah, it takes it takes a year or two to get somebody pregnant, depending on your ability,
Yeah.
and if she's on birth control or anything like that.
Well, I don't.
But very, very cool, and I'm sure Darren will talk a lot about it on the show today and reminisce and have some great stories. That
And I'm sure Flannel
And
Sam
Sam?
will tell him how irrelevant he is.
Sam.
It's wild to me.
Sam.
Sam's got balls.
You better be nice today.
I can't
You better be nice
do
to
not
him.
know the history. Like,
Do not come at
he's a
DMAC.
Fighter. Like, hi. No,
I don't
come
know,
through that
man.
glass.
I can't. Look. As much as I make fun of Flannel, I got so much respect for him to stand directly in front of DMAC and tell him to his face. Yeah, those were Stevie Wise and Fedorov's teams. Nobody remembers you. Oh my God. Like, you couldn't pay me to do that.
No.
Let alone say it to his
No.
face live.
No.
And I've said some shit.
Legend killer.
Yeah, it's not legend killer. It's, he wants to suicide note. I don't know.
Suicide Note Sam.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I really
He's going to
don't know.
mess around and find out one
We're
day.
supposed to talk about the Pistons, and you were supposed to talk about the draft prospects, and here we are.
Well,
I mean,
who cares? Like, I mean, let's be real. I mean, like,
Oh my God! What, you broke Jeff? You broke Jeff!
Let's be real, okay? Let's be real. I'm going to break down the draft prospects But right now, it's June 7th. I mean, who gives a damn? Do you guys give a damn? Comment at Woodward Sports Sector.
I mean,
yes or no? Do you want to hear about the draft prospects for the Pistons? Yes or no? Please. And I think I know the answer.
Okay,
but just
fine.
confirm it.
I'll pivot since
Just
you don't want to
confirm.
fucking hold your end of the bargain. Good luck.
It's your fault. You broke him. You told him it's not important, and now
He asked
can't
me a
even
question
talk about
about
his favorite
winning.
team.
I said I whore myself around for winning. I have standards, okay? And then we got back, and he doesn't want to talk about it anymore.
Look
so we're going to pivot.
The chat has spoken.
We're going to pivot.
A lot of no's.
We're not going to talk about it. We're going to go to JB. JB, tell everybody about your Walmart experience.
Oh.
Just do it. They can't arrest you.
Walmart was okay. I mean, it was good. Had a nice shopping
Just be like
experience.
Shaq. Never
How
enter
many
the
years
door.
ago was it allegedly?
Just
And what
be
is the
like Shaq.
statute of limitations?
Don't know. I believe it was like 10, maybe 10, 12 years ago.
And explain to Gabby what you used to do on a weekly basis.
It's not weekly.
Okay.
I didn't-
Allegedly.
Bi-weekly basis.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I would go into Walmart and purchase / take DVDs.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Gabby's face is gold right now. Please.
That is not. No! JB! No,
He's
no,
not.
no.
He's not the little prince you thought he was, Gabby. Welcome to the real fucking world. Wake
I'm
up.
heartbroken. I'm heartbroken.
It was
This
one of
whole
those
idea.
young-
Lucas used to do
I
crack
had in my
cocaine
head.
on the school bus
Well, I
before
mean,
football.
we knew that.
I know, we know, but still, life isn't all peaches.
He's from Ohio.
Jeff used to sell marijuana back when it was illegal.
What? Okay.
Allegedly.
Yeah, well, that's false. That's false. There's no alleged. That is false. I'll take you to court on that one. Jet lag. Shout out to you, $2. Don't talk b-ball, bro. Said get DeRozan before.
Gosh.
Jet lag. Oh, I love it.
my
By the
God.
way, just to summarize, I will be breaking down the draft prospects, but today this show's already off the rails. I can't just.
Let's air.
I'm terrified because I have to step out in 6 minutes, and
Oh, it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse. Let's air out Adam's dirty laundry. I bet he's killed somebody. Yeah, maybe.
Jesus, that is like dirty laundry and killing somebody. That
I mean, what's define dirty laundry?
I thought it's
Right.
like you cheated on somebody, maybe stole something,
Never cheated on anybody.
killed someone. I mean, that's like
Never killed anybody.
I would hope not.
Well, I'll get there.
No, you won't.
Yeah, I do. I told you I want to write a book and then become a serial killer. You know what my future plan is. What's wrong with you?
You're not supposed to say it.
Yes, I am. Because everybody will look back in hindsight and be like, how'd you know? Oh, he said it on the show 15 years before it happened. Somebody probably should have taken it seriously.
Okay, you're gonna
saying.
incriminate yourself on air right now.
I don't care.
There's no evidence because
Dude,
you didn't
I
do
don't
it.
want to live to 50 because by the time I'm 50, all right, we're going to be flying in the air instead of driving cars, okay? We're going to have to deal with men being women and women being men, all right? And it's going to be like accepted. There's no other reason. You now are born the opposite sex. Whatever you think you are, you're fucking not, okay? That's what I have to fucking deal with. I have to raise a kid in that environment, all right? I have to pay for private schooling because I don't want to send him to public school and him come home and hey, Dad, I liked art class today. I used the pink brush. I think I'm a girl now, Dad. And then the teacher's like, see, Mr. Beydoun, that is the first sign of him being a woman. You should encourage your son. I'm not fucking deal with this shit. I'm out by 50 max. I'm putting a gun to my head. I'm not living past 50. I don't care. Wife already knows. Not dealing with it. Anyways.
Tell us how you really feel.
Anyways.
Wow.
Huh?
She'll get a life insurance policy at least.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, now this show.
So I'm thinking for Friday, because I'm not going to be here tomorrow.
Trivia?
I'm thinking trivia on Friday. Going to be down at Allen Park tomorrow, and I think it's about time we bring back trivia again.
Yeah, the series is 1-1.
Yeah,
you
you
were
guys
tied.
are currently tied, and I mean, we can ask the chat what they would like to see, but I'm thinking a little music trivia, a little
Oh, I can't
music
wait.
genre trivia.
What genre? Is that any genre?
I think
Taylor
we leave
Swift?
it open.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
Oh, neither one of them are winning then.
Why'd you do that? Why'd you
Why
do
not?
that?
Neither one of them
we
will
have
win.
to.
Why'd you
Well,
do
there
that?
you have it.
We are in the sports entertainment business. All right?
She will be in Detroit at Ford
Should-
Field this weekend.
She's relevant.
And you can get a ticket on StubHub for $1,200 in the backmost seat of
Shut
Ford
up.
Field.
Shut up. You're joking.
$1,200 per ticket in the most far away section.
Parents?
Cheapest ticket you can find is $1,200.
Now I know why
Parents.
quarterbacks are going.
I don't care.
Because they make millions and millions and millions of dollars.
They have a separate section. I don't think that he pays for a ticket, but what I am interested to see if he's going to be in the celebrity tent. She has a celebrity tent and a fan tent or family tent on the floor. But will he be there or will he be in a suite?
What the
Parents
is
need to
going
step
on
up
with my life?
and defend themselves.
What?
$1,200?
I mean, you could get a ticket to Europe for that. Round trip. I'm not going to be
Now,
if my daughter,
I was just gonna ask you,
walks up to me and says, "Daddy, I want to go watch Taylor Swift at Ford Field," and it's $1,200, I'm better off selling her organs than fucking sending her to a Taylor Swift concert.
He's just, by the way, he's using that as a comparison. He's joking. His daughter.
I'm not.
Your daughter would be safe. You're not gonna sell her organs
temporarily. See how she does in school.
Oh my gosh! Like you were this all A student.
I was not. I was like a
So
I was like a 2.8 to 3.2 student, most in middle school and high school. Then I got to college and it was straight A's, and then I dropped out.
And your organs are still here.
Yeah, my dad didn't sell them. Thankfully, he threatened me a few times, but
he kept you in check.
Because he wanted his Taylor Swift ticket.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sounds like something you'd want to go to.
No.
Yeah. Making up stuff about me. How about I throw this at you? Big Taylor Swift guy.
God.
Can't wait till Friday. I'm not doing my research. I'm not gonna cheat. I'm gonna be ready. I don't even know much about Taylor Swift. I know a couple songs, but I feel like I'm still gonna get you on Friday.
Key Ozzy says, watch Aaron Rodgers somehow show up to the concert again.
Yeah. I don't blame him.
Aaron Rodgers.
He's trying to smash. JB's, putting in work. How's that going, by the way? What kind of album do you think she's gonna drop? Like, what's the album name?
Oh, it's gonna be like a 3-disc album.
Okay, but what is it gonna be called? Like, give me an album title. Like Smoothed, like she got smoothed, right?
Smooth fall off.
Or blacked.
Okay.
It's just a black album cover that's has no name on it.
She pulls a Jay-Z. She drops the black album.
Okay.
That is so perfect.
I got nothing. JB.
Taylor Swift, the black album.
JB, you're sane. You're sane. Thank God JB can take jokes, man. He's a blessing. Jesus. Yeah, I'm with Dante. Dante says we're all going to hell. Yeah, that sounds about right.
I accepted that 10 years ago, buddy.
You're like, I looked hell in the face and I said,
all right, when we get back, Taylor Swift dropping the Black Album, brought to you by JB Productions. But before we go, Jeff, our good friends over at Swiss Insurance.
Yeah, you're going to need insurance, JB. I'll tell you that. And let me tell you about Swiss and why you need it. All right? Planning on going to a golf outing this year? You can ask Swiss Insurance about their hole-in-one putting contest and $1 million shootout coverage. Help build your business with big ideas with the help of Swiss Insurance. Check out Swiss Insurance today, swiss@ins.com, or call Mark at 248-800-4177.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
All right, we're back here on the Morning Woodward Show, where we really don't have a filter and we just mute people's mics for no reason. All right, we're live, woodwardsports.com. Jeff Iafrate, Gabrielle D. Phillips. Oh God. I have a question for you, JB. All right. It's very stereotypical of me, all right? So I'm just going to apologize in advance, but I just want to ask the question because I'm curious.
Who are you?
You know how... Wait. you know how like Mexicans think they can get away with saying some things around, black people.
Yeah.
That I definitely couldn't, or maybe Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah. What happens if Taylor Swift dates you? Does she get like street cred and she gets to start dropping some shit in her album?
I don't
or no?
think that's how that works.
I'm asking.
You're not the one.
Yeah, you have no say in this, by the way. This is a JB conversation, all right? JB, can she drop an album?
I think she gets the street cred, but it's gonna depend on what she brings to the cookout that she'll be allowed to say certain things.
Well, JB, she's already for the streets, so the street cred is already there with her. She's already in the streets.
Too.
All right.
She's for everybody.
I had to ask. Somebody's got to ask the tough questions in this country.
I mean, that's fair.
Today, journalists, they give you all the questions before they interview you. It's not even fucking real.
JB's been at this podium and answering some tough questions, so shout out to JB.
Oh, JB's a champ.
He handles it.
JB, if I'm ever out of line, you can stop me, by the way.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, JB will. He knows.
Anyways, going to hell. Me definitely going to hell.
We all are. That's okay.
Oh, my God.
I am hell.
Oh, my God. Okay, what do you think of this, JB? No hard R's. But definitely an A. Huh?
Like I said, it depends on what she brings to the cookout.
If she does a feature with J. Cole and Jay-Z on an album or something like that, right?
I mean, you might let it slide just once or twice. But other than that, just the one song. That's it. The one song.
Elijah says the show's getting canceled. Yeah,
buddy,
Elijah.
I know. It's okay.
Blade says this just made my morning. Shout out to you, Blade, for tuning in. Mr. Ray, she belongs to the streets. Taylor Swift belongs to nobody but the game. Yeah, that's facts.
Dude.
That's facts.
Dude,
yeah.
I can't anymore. Oh my God.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I know Taylor Swift's like this big superstar. I didn't even know the concert was happening until the Aaron Rodgers video. And then now Jared Goff saying it. Is it? Am I the only one? Did you know Taylor Swift was coming to Ford Field?
No.
I had no idea till like last week.
Okay, wait. So full dumb moment
I don't know
here.
if that's.
I thought when we tweeted out that Jared Goff is like, is going to pull a Swiftie or whatever the tweet was. I thought it was referring to DeAndre Swift.
That's what I thought. I thought.
Did not think he was a Taylor Swift guy.
I'm like, did he throw some shade at DeAndre Swift?
That's what I thought.
It's the same thing. I went to Harry Mack a couple weeks ago at Fillmore. Shout out to him, by the way. But when I was there, I look over at Ford Field. There's a Janet Jackson and Ludacris concert.
That's weird.
That's a combo.
Like Janet Jackson's still alive?
Janet Jackson and Ludacris are at Ford Field. Or was it LCA?
I only know
it was
Janet
LCA.
Jackson because the nipple
LCA,
slip.
that's what it was. Sorry.
LCA and the crowd was not packed at all. Because
I bet.
knew
Why
a couple
would it be?
people that went. And
You couldn't pay me to go to a Janet Jackson concert. Michael Jackson was the only decent one. I don't care what anybody ever says. The Jackson 5, it was cute.
Like, think about that.
He carried so hard.
Janet Jackson and Ludacris.
He was the LeBron James of the family. He carried the shit out of... They were the Cleveland Cavaliers. First go round with the LeBron, and he was LeBron.
That was facts.
Okay, now
That's facts right there.
It's the truth. You know it is. Michael Jackson carried the shit out of them. Just saying.
Well, that's
Nobody
fair.
wants to acknowledge
No, that's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact.
Janet Jackson, I only know her because of the nipple.
Well, that's
the only reason I know her.
Okay, she's better. You can't just say you only know her because of the nipple. I mean, it's Janet.
I'm telling you, the only reason I ever heard of her
Well,
or
that's
know
just
of
you.
her is because of the nipple.
You didn't watch The Nutty Professor too?
Yeah.
She's in The Nutty Professor?
Yeah.
Yeah. She
With,
acted a little
Eddie
bit.
Murray?
Yeah.
Or Eddie Murphy?
Yeah,
So-
she acted a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't remember. She was shit, probably.
Okay, well.
I mean, she can't
Isn't
really
the Nutty
act.
Professor where he tries to date the white girl or something like that?
No, he's the fat professor that
Yeah,
makes
the black
a
guy.
drug that
Yeah.
gets him skinny.
And then he makes himself skinny, he snazzes all the women.
Well, I think he's
All
only after
women.
one woman, but
Yeah. I could have sworn it was a white girl he was going after, no?
no.
Am I thinking of a different
Why
movie?
is that like the. What?
You guys remember Coming to America?
Yeah.
That was the
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I didn't see the movie,
It
but
was a great movie.
I know of the movie.
You haven't... You have to go see it.
No, I haven't seen it.
Dude, 2 hours of your time, it's worth it. Go watch Coming to America. It's an American hero fucking movie. It's everything that America should be and not what it is anymore.
I mean, I love Eddie Murphy, so I'm sure I'll love it.
It's a great fucking movie. Oh my god. What are we supposed to do, honestly? Like, there's stuff on the sheet I don't want to talk about. NBA Finals, don't give a damn.
Yeah,
Miami Heat host the Denver Nuggets tonight. Game 3 of the NBA Finals. They're the underdog at home again. Something they experienced in the Boston series. I don't want to do that.
What about the people? You vote. NBA Finals talk?
No, just what do you guys want to talk about? We'll start mailbag right now.
Or mailbag right now.
We'll start mailbag right now. I don't give a damn. You guys dictate the show today.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to talk about. Eminem at Ford Field back in the day was dope. You know what's one regret I have, by the way? I never went to an Eminem concert. And I blame my mom, obviously.
Well, I haven't either.
Oh, you guys are missing out.
Yeah? Damn it, man.
That's one of the biggest, I guess, I don't know if I want to say regrets, but one of my bucket list things that I never got to do was definitely attend an Eminem concert.
Oh, man.
And it's over.
I got beef with my mom now. She never let me go to an Eminem concert. She would always buy me the disc, so it never made sense. Like, you don't, pick. Can I not listen to the music or not? You know what, to be fair, actually, she didn't buy me my first Eminem soundtrack. My uncle did, her brother. And he brought it home. And he was like, here you go. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. My mom was like, Kiko, you can't do that. I was like, sorry. He already listened to it. Tough shit, woman. My mom lost me after that.
Lost me after that. Jacob says Jeff's top 3 meats. I don't. We're gonna just avoid that.
I don't even know 3 different types of meats.
Yeah.
Sausage or
No, we're not going there.
What are we talking about here?
Just,
anyways,
why?
All right. Wait. What do we got going on? Who's your current or let's say who's your favorite WWE superstar ever? I don't want to say current because I don't pay attention currently. So JB, give me your all-time guy.
Favorite ever?
Yeah.
Oh, it's probably got to be Stone Cold.
Ooh, that's a good pick. Jeff?
Man, I haven't watched WWE in a long time. I watched a lot when I was younger. Like, I was a fan of Rey Mysterio. He was my favorite.
You're such a puss.
What?
Of course you. Oh, I like the underdog. I like the little guy that jumps on the ropes and flies between them.
Flying around, yeah.
And then he looks like a 5-year-old boy when he takes off the mask.
How tall is he actually?
It's like 5'7", 5'6".
He's got to be like 5'6". But Rey Mysterio would be mine.
Really?
Yeah. I'm serious. I had masks.
Lucas, you watched WWE growing up?
I don't, but if I had a favorite WWE superstar, I can promise you if Matthew Stafford was in it, it would not be him.
Okay.
I'd probably go the Rey Mysterio route, too. The mask was cool for me.
Oh, dude, you just took my answer.
Weak, man.
Ray is 5'6", by the way.
American Badass Undertaker was the shit. That was some prime years. Obviously, The Rock. Oh, man. You guys missed out.
Triple H. They missed out on the Attitude Era.
Yeah, that was the shit, man. That was the shit. Anyways, God, I remember when Brock Lesnar first came out. I hated that guy so much. He was such a good fucking heel. Anyways, let's take a break. When we get back, we'll get to mailbag, and we'll just take questions the rest of the show. We'll have fun, talk about anything you want. We'll be back in a few minutes, but before we go, Jeff, you have to tell everybody at home about our good friends over at Dispo.
Well, listen, after hearing a lot of what we discussed today, I think it's important that you might need Dispo, and they can help you out. You can elevate your senses and embrace the harmony of nature at Dispo Dispensary. Whether you're a seasoned connoisseur like DMAC or on your plant life journey like me or JB, Dispo has over 10 locations with experienced bud tenders ready to serve your needs. Visit disposhops.com today. That is DISPO shops.com. Your local plug for everything.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
We're back here on the Morning Woodward Show live, and you know what? I want to talk about dictators for a little bit before we get to the poll, before we get to the chat.
How did we get here?
I want to go through some of the most powerful dictators that I ever learned of in my young age. We were taught about Joseph Stalin. We were taught about Adolf Hitler. Right? Nobody talks about Leopold enough, maybe. No? Dude killed like 15 million people in the Congo.
Do we have to talk? I mean, they're like terrible human beings.
I know they're terrible. It's history, though. What, you're not allowed to talk about history? Is that an offense, too?
No, I think that's just why they don't get mentioned.
Literally
as much.
breaking down statues. I'll never understand this country. We're so soft. What about Mao Zedong?
That I don't
Is that how you say
disagree
his
with.
name? Zedong.
Wait, what?
I don't know how to say this guy's name.
What did you say?
Mao Zedong.
Monster dog?
No, he's the Republic of China dictator, man. Dude killed like 20 million people, man.
All right.
Or killed like 5 to 10 and then starved another 20. I don't know. Dude was ruthless. Then you have the Clintons.
Why do you brought up the Clintons last time?
100%. Look, man, nobody talks enough about the Clintons. Some dirty shit. You want to talk about dirty laundry?
They got some
Hillary
schools
Clinton.
going down in Mexico now.
Bill Clinton. Getting that sucky. Changed everything.
It's true.
Oh, God. You guys remember Pasha? Were you ever taught about Pasha in the Ottoman Empire or no? Just me? Yeah, I'm fucked up. I'm fucked up. What are you going to do?
Oh, my God. What about this question? John asked Mailbag, what's the update on the Woodward Olympics?
We can do it this Friday or next Friday, whatever you want.
Well, it's just me and you, right? There's no, like, Woodward
I mean,
Olympics.
you want to do it after? I was thinking of doing a show, though.
Like
just doing the show from somewhere.
It's a live show, and you could broadcast the race.
Yeah. That'd be fun. No?
No, I'm liking it.
Yeah.
Now you're
We'll
speaking
We'll
my
think
language.
about it. We'll think about it. We
Like-
got a lot
like I-
going on right now, but
like I said,
for
we
sure
still need
next
to do
week
a
if it's
field
going to be
day.
somewhere. If not, we'll just go record it over the weekend. And we'll have to take like 4 takes until Jeff can beat me, so we can use that video.
One take, Jeff, they call me. Just give me one take.
Oh, God.
One take.
Would you rather live in the forest for the rest of your life or deal with Detroit teams sucking? I'd rather live in a forest.
That is like the...
If you told me for the rest of my life Detroit teams would suck, I'd rather live in a forest and die young. Just saying. You guys ever...
That is
by the
like
way,
the antithesis.
random fact.
That is like the antithesis. You talk about Detroit team sucking or living in a forest. That is like
I
the
didn't
antithesis.
ask the question, all right? They put it in here.
Like, what's it like? Do I got a cabin? Am I just out in the woods with no food, butt naked? Like, what are we doing? What's going on in the forest? I mean, I'd probably take the forest, though.
Whatever.
If I'm being real.
Whatever.
I'll probably take
You know what I learned? Fun fact. Something I learned a few days ago. That if... How do I say this? So, like, if the Sahara Desert suddenly became not a desert, then the Amazon rainforest would turn into a fucking desert. Because apparently, the sand, dust, particle, whatever the fuck it is, that travel over the ocean from Africa to South America provide a shit ton of nutrients every single year for the forest. I never knew
Sounds
that.
like it would never happen, though. It's like
It could happen. It could happen.
The sand in the Sahara Desert is just going to fly
I mean,
away.
it used to not be sand.
So
to be
what's
fair.
the sand going to break down to now? Trees?
It's not. This is not how it works. It doesn't break down.
So yeah,
it's
just
climate
gonna be
change.
there. Just going to be there.
And why do you talk?
I'm just speaking facts right now. That was like a 30-second fact that I really didn't need to know.
You know what? Mute his mic.
Cue it.
Oh God. All right, what else we got here?
Todd says, "What's your favorite story of being embarrassed?" Man,
I shit myself when I was like in 3rd grade.
Well,
yeah.
You went right there. You didn't even. That's been in the craw of your head for a while.
No, you asked for an embarrassing moment.
But I have to like think about.
Oh no,
I
actually, I got one
myself.
worse.
Oh.
My mom showing up to my freshman baseball games. She was the only parent. Go Adham, you can do it. And then she'd bring me like Little Caesar. I think it was the Little Caesar's pizza, the $5 box, whatever. It was so embarrassing.
This one time, before I worked here, I worked at a tire shop. And it was super hot.
Tile shop?
Tire. I worked at Discount Tire.
Okay.
Never do that. If you have the option to, don't do that. But I'm working on this Escalade. This real nice Escalade. And I'm picking up these rims. And I bend over. Dude's right behind me. Just shit start running down my leg. It was uncontrollable. I think I did something the night before. My stomach was just messed up.
Lucas, was this last year?
This was probably like a year and a half ago.
Okay.
This was like
Jesus.
recent. I just couldn't hang on to it
What?
anymore. It just went for a ride. But I did have a spare change of uniform in the car.
Wait.
First of all, by the way, my mom.
Hold on. Shad, I agree 100% with you. Shad says an average Ohio man story. I think that's like
100%.
I've never heard that before, dude.
100%.
Like, a year ago, I was working and I just completely crapped my pants.
I mean, I'm just being honest. Adam talked about shitting himself.
He was like 3. What were you, like in 3rd grade?
Third grade, I think. Yeah, second,
everybody's
third grade.
been there, whether it's beginning or end.
But to be fair,
you're going to be shitting in a diaper when you're like 80 years old, and I'm not, because I already know how to control it. You don't.
Okay. Oh, God. Adam, don't be embarrassed because he got a good mom. It's not that she's not a good mom. It's at the time that was embarrassing, right? You're a kid. Now, no, of course, I love my mom. I'm glad she did it. I have a memory of it, right? My dad would never show up to my games, though.
Oh, it sucks.
Yeah. He only showed up to one. And I almost threw a no-hitter. I threw a one-hitter. It's the only game he ever showed up for.
My dad never really showed up to my games.
My dad was working.
Yeah,
my dad wasn't the, oh, hey, Timmy, I'm going to take you to... My dad didn't have that luxury. My dad was working from fucking 7 a.m. to like 7 p.m. Sorry. Anyways, moving on. Somebody make Adam watch Poetic Justice. Isn't that a song?
Well, it is a song. It is a song,
also
but
a movie.
It's also a movie.
And what is it about?
Tupac, Janet Jackson. Oh yeah, Janet Jackson's in that one too. Yeah. I haven't seen it in a while, so I forget like the concept.
Tupac smashed everybody. Good for him.
He really did, honestly. Huggy Bear. Huggy Bear. Jeff and Adam, do either of you seriously believe there is intelligent life outside of Earth? Wow, where are we going with this show?
You know what?
I don't know where
you know
we're
what?
going.
I want to say something.
Of course you do. Okay.
I think it's more likely that there is than there isn't.
Yeah, 100%.
Given how... Wait.
Yeah.
Hear me out.
I'll
give you my reason.
I thought you were going to say something ridiculous.
Given how enormous and unfathomable that the universe is in size, I would say, yeah. Maybe. I wouldn't count it out. I'd be open to it. I'm trying to get, picked up in a saucer and,
I knew you were going somewhere with it,
down.
but I didn't know where you were going with it. So you want to get probed. Okay. That's why. Now it makes sense, folks. What about this question? Noah M., our first normal mailbag question. Instead of Jeremy Grant, how about adding Harrison Barnes to the squad?
A guy that can't shoot the 3-ball pass.
Yeah, he was not even that bad from 3. He's not bad. I like Harrison Barnes.
Okay, fine. I have a very damning impression of him in the first round of the playoffs on Sacramento, where he missed every fucking shot and could have won them 2 games alone by hitting just 15% from the field instead of 0.
Well, he didn't play well in that series. But for
the
most part, Harrison Barnes. I wouldn't mind it.
You believe more in heaven or aliens? That's a tough one.
I mean, if we're going...
It's like 50-50,
Yeah.
You got to give both some weight.
I believe in both, I guess.
But you're bullish on both too, right? It's like we're not sure,
I'm
but
more
we're
bullish
sure.
on
See,
now we're getting into faith. And
No. It's not about faith.
Like, dude, I believe in heaven.
Yeah,
I'm a Christian man.
Yeah, good for you.
But also, aliens, there got to be aliens. I mean, there has to be. Has to be. Eric asked...
By the way, recommendation for everybody. Oh my God, what's his name? You guys got to go watch a full episode of Joe Rogan. You'll thank me later.
Which one?
It is with the physicist. What the hell's his name?
Neil deGrasse Tyson?
No, fuck that guy. No, fuck that guy.
What do you
Absolutely
have against Neil deGrasse Tyson? What?
What's wrong with him? Okay.
I got it. Brian Cox.
Okay, Brian Cox.
Brian Cox, I swear to God, you guys watch that episode. You will fall in love with space. That's how good it is. Easily the best Joe Rogan episode I've ever listened to. Anyways.
I love where he gets really deep. Joe's the best to do it right now. Jesse Adams, mailbag. Jeff, are you going to UFC 290 or 291? If you could pick and everything is paid for and bring 3 people, who are you picking?
He's picking JB.
Yeah, honestly.
So he doesn't quit the show.
3 people? Yeah, that's tough.
He's picking JB,
I'll probably bring
Easy, and his boy or his brother.
I'll probably bring the heavyweights and JB. Those are my 3.
There you go.
Spence, Easy, and JB. Because I know you guys would be locked in. I know all you guys would be locked in. There's a question I wanted to get to. Oh, Eric. Am I dumb for putting $150 on Lions Super Bowl?
Yep.
I'm not going to say you're dumb.
That is 10 McDonald's meals.
That is very
bet.
smart.
I don't care.
But the odds are probably ridiculous. Eric, if you could comment, what does that $150 turn into? That's what I'm curious about.
Dude, that's $150. That's 3 full tanks of gas. Eric, you're irresponsible. and you're probably living in a basement somewhere in Idaho. I don't know.
Why does he live in a basement in Idaho?
He spends $150 on the Lions Super Bowl fucking
I mean, he's
ticket.
got money to spend.
Maybe he does, or maybe he doesn't.
He's working hard.
I don't know. I'm asking. Maybe he is. Oh, God. Jeff, Adam, who are you guys taking on the amazing race from Woodward?
Like out of the entire company? Or just me and you?
No, I think between me and you. I mean, you're betting on yourself. So.
Well, how about JB? JB and Lucas, how about you answer it? Me or Adam, who's winning the race?
Who wins the race?
Who's putting your money? If you had $10 to put on either one of us, who are you putting it on? JB? You know the answer, JB. Just say it.
JB, just so you know, I had family born in Africa.
Okay.
Okay?
What?
On my mom's side.
That is...
So I'm like 10%, 15% African. Okay?
You're swaying me a little bit.
All right?
It's also the soccer as well, too, because you said you play soccer,
Yep.
and they don't take a break. But Jeff, as you said, you could have those long legs, too. So your stride could play a factor here. I don't know.
You're really breaking this down. I respect it.
I might have to lean with Jeff on this one with the stride.
He's leaning Jeff with the strides. Lucas, what about you?
Going Adam all day.
Of course you would.
Simply just,
of course you would.
Like I said, your ceiling is my floor, and I think Adam's in the same type of situation there athletically. So I got Adam by 2 paces, two human leg lengths.
That's a
how
lot.
long is the race?
I think it'll be close. 70 meters?
I got Adam by like a meter.
We could do 70, 60, 50, 30. I don't give a damn what it is. 90.
I think you'll beat me in like a 30-meter race. I don't think you'll beat me in a 60, 70-meter race.
So you're assuming I gas out after 30 meters?
Yeah. Not assuming you gas out. I just think you don't know how to run for a sustained period.
I'm smoking both of you.
Yeah, we know.
Just make
that
sure,
one we
make sure that's
give you.
clear.
I didn't play soccer, but I played a lot of basketball, and you got to run. So
I know.
I'm curious.
I know.
Not full speed though.
Messi
always.
officially, by the way, going to Inter Miami. That's a big deal. That's a big deal.
I saw that. That's true. Correct?
Yeah, that's true. No,
100%.
now it's like confirmed today.
Okay.
So he's not going to the Saudi money. He's going to Miami, living his best life with his family. I'm happy for him. Good for him. And guess what? Does nothing for the fucking MLS because there's no relegation system and there's no way they'll ever expand the game globally. It's impossible.
Yeah.
And they have a stupid playoff system. So MLS, get your shit together. You getting great players on the edge, or excuse me, end of their career is not doing anything except making the team a quick buck for a year or two in jersey sales and ticket sales. Okay? Anyways.
Wow. You were passionate.
You
and Neil.
I am very annoyed by the MLS.
You got to bring this up to Neil.
You have to pay $300,000 to make an expansion team. It's the same cost as fucking NHL. It's so stupid. I get to pay. Whatever. I don't want to talk about it. All right. What else we got here?
John Lord, mailbag. Who would be your partner in the amazing races? If we could pick a partner?
Oh, I'd pick Easy because I know he'd shoot you guys and I'd win.
What?
Easy's a thug.
No, he's
You can bribe Easy with it.
No,
I could bribe
not.
Easy with Hunter House and he'll do it. He'll shoot both of you in the leg, whoever your partner is.
Well, okay.
I'm his roommate. He ain't doing that.
That's if he picks you.
There's a bond there.
He doesn't like you. He won't pick you.
Easy has a bad leg. I think he's got like a
that's
messed
why I
up
give him a
knee,
gun.
messed
And
up
he's
foot.
sick.
That's why I'm giving him a gun. He's
Yeah,
at the
but he-
starting line. Boom, boom.
He could miss.
He could miss.
Especially
Maybe
if
it's
I'm
me.
running.
I think if me and Lucas are on it, dude, no one's. It's over.
If I'll take Jeff, I guess, if we have to do it.
Oh, now
I'll
you want.
carry him.
Okay, so you want me, but you think Adam's gonna beat
It's not
me.
that I want. I'll take you.
Oh.
We'll make do.
You know
Don't
what?
worry. You can get behind.
When am I going
I'm
to get
tracking
invited to
everything
this
down.
weekend basketball pickup you do, by the way? When are you going to let me come out and play?
Dude,
You do it every weekend. You
No,
never invite me.
Well, number one, I don't do it every weekend, but when I do it, I'll invite you.
Invite me.
All right.
I'll make Killian Hayes look like a scrub.
Let's do it. Let's hoop.
That's not saying much, but it's something.
Oh, yeah, it's something. You could shoot. You
I
could
can
shoot probably
shoot.
40% from the field, unlike Killian has done.
Easily.
But,
Easily.
you know?
Kidding me? You haven't seen me.
I did see you at what's it called downtown? The
Midway?
yeah, Midway.
Yeah, I
which
was fucking hitting fucking
you
money.
You were splashing.
I know.
You were splashing.
I know. They'll sleep on me. 15% African, 80%
All right.
Middle Eastern,
All right.
5% whatever the most effective race in basketball is. All right? That's what I am in terms of shooting.
This.
Oh, God. Who's winning in a foot-long eating contest? Adam or Easy? Easy. I mean, just literally down it in one bite.
Foot long eating though.
I can't eat a fucking
Jeff
foot long.
might.
I could maybe eat like 3/4 of it, and then I'd
Okay,
die.
yeah, all right.
And then I would die. It's so heavy. I don't know how people do it. $5. I don't know how the fuck they eat the whole thing. I don't know.
I love this comment. Burns says, Woodward basketball for charity. We can have Sam go one-on-one with Lindsey Hunter. I would love that.
No, we should have Sam go one-on-one with Ben Wallace.
Oh my
Or
God.
on the ice with D-Mac.
Oh my gosh.
Just
Does Taylor Swift get you guys bricked? That's
No.
a question.
No, she doesn't.
Lucas,
what was the question?
you get hard for Taylor Swift or no?
No, I'm honestly like when it comes to white girls like that, like nah.
Yeah, I
Like
agree.
I'm not into country girls like that.
I mean,
especially
I'm
if
in.
they're skinny, like she's
Thank
got
you.
everything in a white girl.
Clarify,
I
because
really
there's
don't
some
want.
country girls that have really good, you
Yeah,
know,
you
features.
go to like Alabama and when they scan the stadium and they're in the red and you're like, oh god, those country girls look good. But you go up north and you got country girls. Fuck no.
I like
you're
Lucas's
up,
taste.
You're in
JB?
the cold and you want to say that you're country? No.
JB, what's your kind of girl?
Oh, she's cute. She gotta have the heavies. You know what the heavies are, right?
Just say she gotta have a fat ass. Just say it.
I mean, decent ass. I'll say that. It doesn't have to be fat, but you know.
I'm with you.
Because I'm a boob guy than a butt, so
no way.
That's my thing.
Yeah. No,
I hope you guys enjoyed today's
I don't
show.
disagree with anything you just said.
I know we deviated probably a half hour ago. I couldn't help it. You know, you got to take advantage of the shows. You never know when it's going to be your last one. Who gives a shit?
Well, I think
You know?
I think we know now this might be our last one. I think we're aware.
She got to have that thing on her. Hell yeah.
Gotta have that thing.
That's a great comment, Chad. Oh, my God.
Huggy Bear says, Jeff is Italian. Don't forget they're 40% African. I don't.
I mean, that doesn't count, right?
I don't know if how does
Just
that
because you
how does that
enslave
happen?
a
I'll
region
take
for
so.
100 years.
Is that factual? I don't know.
How does that happen? I don't know.
I don't think. I mean, look at your legs. There's no chance you have any African in you. Your quads would be much bigger. They're fucking small.
Oh,
They
these
are.
quads are gonna dust you.
They're
Couple
not.
days, yes sir. Let's see those
They're not.
quads. I
I'll
never
take
see
off
you
my
with
fucking
shorts.
pants right now, dude. You think I
Okay,
give a
okay,
shit?
don't take them off. Okay, yeah, this show is off the rails. All right, yeah. If you tuned in for this
God.
one, this is a memorable one to say the least.
All right, what did we all learn today? Okay.
I don't know.
Javi Baez is a horrible baseball player,
Matthew
and
Stafford
we
is
all
not a
regret
franchise
it.
quarterback.
Lucas is an idiot. Okay.
Yeah.
We learned that Taylor Swift can't say the N-word even if she dates and smashes JB.
Yep.
Right? We're getting cultured here. We're all learning things every day. We learned that Jeff is Italian. Never knew that. And we learned that Gabby can't even stay on the chair for more than a half hour if you want to cut to her camera.
Can we read this one just to send us off and you can respond?
Okay, go for
Bill
it.
says, take the show off the air. It sucks. Bill Felsner.
Bill, I would love to, if I'm honest with you. I would love to. But that would be bad for our advertisers that spend their hard-earned money. That's not good, considering that the ratings are #1 across the network.
Bill, luckily for you,
I would love to, but we can't do that.
And luckily for Bill, we have 2 other shows. 3
Yeah,
other shows he
3.
can check out.
Yep.
Go check
And you
them
add them
out.
all up, and what do you get? Moving on. We got one more question. Oh, God.
All right.
Adam pulls up to the race with a tearaway pant. Wait, what? I have no idea what this means. Oh, tearaway pants. The ones you... Yeah. God, I don't know why I didn't catch that.
Yeah, Shad, he would do that. Big Con says it's the best show on Woodward Sports. Appreciate you, Big Con. Thanks for tuning in.
Oh, God. Killian Hayes can't shoot, but I can.
Is that what you took?
can.
That's also what we learned today.
I promise you, if I was on the bench last year for the Pistons, I'm not saying I would do well, but Dwayne Casey still would have gave me 7-8 minutes a night. I promise you.
I want to see you. If I could watch this live, I would love it. You versus Corey Joseph 1-on-1.
Oh, he'd smoke me. He would smoke me. What are you talking about? He would kill you too. I'm a fucking nobody.
And then if he wins, you can't talk bad about Corey Joseph.
If I score a point, he should be ashamed of himself.
Oh, don't do that,
Jeff.
This is what I hate.
Jeff.
When people are like,
Jeff, if he
I
takes
score a
it
point,
seriously,
he should be ashamed. You can make a lucky shot.
No, if he takes it seriously, and he wants to guard me, there's no way I can dribble past him, and you know that.
That's fair.
Okay, so stop. I want to keep going. I'm not done. It's 10:02. I'm going till 10:05. I don't give a shit. Let's keep going. We got nothing better to do. What am I gonna go in the back
over.
and get yelled at by video people? I don't fucking do it. Moving on. Why does their hair grow up, not down? Who? Jeff, pubic hair or his hair on the top?
End the show.
Oh, God. Jeff walked off the set, so that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Gabby left the show a half hour early. Jeff, well, he's back for now. JB, appreciate you as always. Lucas, honestly, an F performance today, but we hope you can get at least.
The effort was there.
We hope you can get to a D at least.
A effort, though.
But A for effort and F
It's all
for
that matters
execution.
in today's society.
Freaking awful. You guys have a great rest of your day. Lucas, shut
Check
up.
out this animation real quick.
We're out of here. Bye.